According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is O.J. Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses, or treat. In his book, O.J. Simpson says that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, I'm going to tell you, that is some bad luck when the one guy who would have died for you kills you. That's probably... You don't get worse luck than that. It was revealed today that O.J. Simpson told police that Nicole Brown Simpson used to beat him up. He also claimed that she and Ron Goldman killed him.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every fucking game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3! Win!
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my Toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. Happy Monday to you and happy Monday to all of Bill's Mafia rocking with us tonight. What up, Mikey?
Well, there were some moves around the NFL today, Tommy.
No, was there?
And
I didn't hear about them.
Mafia might be melting down because of some of these moves.
Yeah, they're already melting now.
I was not online today at all from work. I got home and hopped on straight here. I got on with like 3 minutes to go. But
you're lucky.
In our conversation before the show started, you kind of filled me in that X is kind of a cesspool right now.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's been like that all off season. It's fucking, listen, man, I love you, Bills Mafia. I do. Right? We have the best fan base in football, I believe. I really do believe that. But my God, it's also turning out to be one of the biggest fucking whiners, Debbie Downer fan bases that I've witnessed this offseason. It is fucking ridiculous. I got to say, like, look, man, we are heading into a new era of football here for the Buffalo Bills. We are not in a fucking rebuild. This isn't, we don't have a quarterback situation issue, right? We have a very good team. We added pieces, right? We're a better team than we were last year, which, by the way, came down to, 3 points and possibly, going to AFC Championship game once again, with all that being said, right? Now we added the number one that all the Bills Mafia was crying and bitching about, including myself, but we went ahead and added that. We went ahead and changed the defense, which has been a fucking problem. Right? We got innovative coaches in here, young coaches. We all wanted Jim Leonhard. A lot of people wanted Leonhard. We got him, right? We got so we're getting all these pieces, and yet Bills Mafia still upset, still mad, still not satisfied, still bitching, right? Nothing's good enough. We're still a bad team. We're not going anywhere. I have not heard this in the drought, Mikey. I didn't hear this much criticism, this much negativity heading into a season that honestly, for me, has a lot of promise. It has a lot of promise. We are not a bad team. And you know what? All I can tell you guys that out there that are hating, that I'm going back and forth with on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, talk to me during the season. Let's go ahead and let's revisit this conversation, because you're going to eat your words. And I swear to God, I swear, Mikey, a lot of these people are probably people that want a Rosen drafted on this team. It's just wild to me. It drives me insane, man.
Brent, we will get back to that. We've done it multiple times, but I know we have a lot of new subscribers. So Tommy and I will get to that about how we became Bills fans again.
Yeah,
Yes, King Volts, he's like, I got family up here I haven't seen in years. It's wild. And yes, Tommy is from Michigan. He is the 313 is Detroit, Michigan. That's where Tommy resides. I'm actually in California, Northern California, born and raised in Northern California, and I'm still a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yep.
You know, it's one of those
appreciate
things.
it, Brent, by the way. It's a nice comment, man. Becoming one of the go-to podcasts while he's at work. Thank you so much for that. Go Bills.
And here's the thing. Going back up, let's go to this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why anybody would want AJ Brown over DJ Moore. The talent there, yes, there is a small gap. But the attitude AJ Brown comes with, I don't want any part of. If we want that, might as well bring back Stephon Diggs. And people are dead set against bringing back Diggs. Yeah. AJ Brown's the same way. Except he's less included in what's going on the sidelines. At least Diggs was like trying to fire people up and do things. AJ Brown reads books on the sidelines. He's so checked out. I don't want any of that.
Another thing too, like, people commenting me talking about DJ Moore isn't a big time receiver. Guys, I've gone through this quite a bit when it comes to certain receivers in this league and why I respect them. And as you guys know, and I said this a million fucking times, why my favorite player is Eric Mold's all-time favorite player of the Buffalo Bills. The guy put up almost 10,000 yards with terrible quarterbacks through his career and multiple coaches and multiple OCs. If you look at DJ Moore's career so far, the dude has been super productive with 10 different starting quarterbacks, 7 head coaches, multiple OCs. And if you guys don't know football, I'm telling you now, when you do that, when you change your quarterback, when you change your head coach, when you change your OC, everything changes with it, right? The scheme changes, the way the quarterback throws, all this stuff the receivers have to adjust to, right? It's a totally new system. And if you can be consistently good with that kind of rotation of coaches and quarterbacks coming through, that tells me you're a really damn good player. And DJ Moore's proven that. I don't know why I have to keep going on and telling you guys this. DJ Moore, go look at his stats. Look at the quarterbacks he's played with. That, to me, tells me everything I need to know. And now he's coming to a team that has an established elite quarterback. I expect even better. And this is exactly what we've been missing, and now it's not good enough.
Well, here's the thing.
Bugs me. Go ahead.
I think the issue is he had a down year last year, but they also had more weapons last year. They had, also when crunch time came, DJ Moore was the one that they went to and he made the plays. He only had, 80 or 90 targets last year, not rather than the 130 he used to have. So his numbers dropped. His targets dropped.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because he was bad. It's because they had more weapons. Yeah.
And a new system, a new scheme. Once again, you know whose else numbers dropped last year, Mikey? Probably the best receiver in the NFL, or one of them, Justin Jefferson. Is he terrible now all of a sudden? Of course not. JJ McCarthy is not a good quarterback. It obviously is going to affect his numbers, right? That doesn't mean Justin Jefferson all of a sudden is regressing. Should we now just go, Justin Jefferson, that he barely cracked 1,000. He must be regressing. That's not the case, man. And then, I got another comment today. He hasn't been good in OTAs. Guys.
You know who else wasn't good in OTAs?
It's
Jamar Chase.
Yes. Jamar Chase, who was dropping balls.
I want to touch on this. D said, saying you want DJ Moore over AJ Brown is crazy talk. From a talent perspective, no, I'll take AJ Brown. The player as a whole, including attitude, I will take DJ Moore over AJ Brown.
Correct.
We saw what happened and how it ended with Stephon Diggs. AJ Brown is the same type of player. We don't need that again. If we want that, go get Stephon Diggs back. We know the chemistry is there with Josh. Which
is a possibility still. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, it's weird. Speaking of that, and we'll get to this comments. I know we're not really behind, but CJ Gardner-Johnson tweeted out today, bring back Stephon Diggs or something about Stephon Diggs related. Like we should go get Stephon or Stephon, something about Stephon coming back. And he deleted it like shortly after, which is really odd, right? Like because why delete it? Right? Somebody had to tell him, hey man, you're all right. Like you got to take that a while. Like I'm not saying it's anything, but it's odd, right? Because then he also tweeted Von Miller should come back too. However, I think he was referring to the Rams because the Rams just made the deal and he tweeted that out. So I think he was talking about they might as well bring back Von Miller as well. You know what I mean? To the Rams. But I think the Stephon Diggs thing is interesting, the way that it was there and then it was gone. Like, why delete it? I know it's probably nothing, but somebody had to tell him to delete it.
No.
Somebody.
He could have put it and then just decided not to.
Said, maybe it's not a good idea to get things going.
They have things come and go all the time.
That's true.
And you know he's that type of player too, where he just likes to stir the pot.
Maybe he was doing that, yeah. And then
it's who he is as a personality.
Right.
Bill's not going anywhere trying to win Super Bowl with choir boys. I'm sorry, not going to happen. Okay.
Who said it's choir boys now? Like, what about really? We think it's all choir boys again? Is that what we're doing? So, see, this is what I'm mad about.
I'm not sure D is a Bills fan.
Okay. But we talked about, I think he's a Giants fan, right? But we talked about this last week when fans, and this is my point that I made to you. I think fans are holding on to the McDermott time, right? That whole choir boy. You know what? If you said that to me last year, I go, okay, yeah. You know what? I might agree with that. But that's not the case anymore, right? We've moved on from that. Same with the defense, where people are like, oh, the defense this year is going to be bad against the run still. Like, we don't know that yet.
Because we don't have a big body one tech.
Right, but so what? The defense has also totally changed as far as scheme goes, right? And what he's going to bring, what Jim Leonhard is going to bring this year is going to be a totally different look than what we've seen in years past. You know what I got to thinking too? You know why I like this coaching staff is especially on the defense? I felt like, as time goes on, right, in the NFL, teams like offenses, they change. Like they change the way their offense gets, right? Like every year they're getting better and better and more unique and different designs and different schemes. And defenses also have to eventually, catch up to that, right? And they have to change and they have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically change the way they're doing things on defense to catch up with the new way. They have to evolve. Exactly. And I felt like McDermott, that was a problem with him. He didn't want to evolve to what was coming to him, year in, year out, while these offenses are evolving, getting better, getting younger mind head coaches, innovative head coaches like Sean McVay, right? Innovative coaches like Andy Reid, who's always bringing up something new, something fresh to the offense. And we just never saw that from the Bills defense. He kept going out there with the same scheme. And I feel like with this coaching staff, a lot of these guys are coming out of the college ranks, right? And a lot of these guys understand, like a lot of these offenses are, evolving and doing things differently. And these coaches will too, right? So that's what I'm excited for as well, right? So, I think fans are stuck on the past, man.
They are. And as D says here, it says you all don't know what this new version
of course not.
Going to look like.
I get that.
All coaches talk a good game. Here's the thing. I go off of what I've seen. Josh Allen has carried really, bad teams into the playoffs. Our roster is better today than it was at the end of last year. So to think that Josh isn't going to get us there, just get in the dance and then see what happens, right? That's what they say. Just get in the dance and, let's see what happens. It's wild to think that you don't think Josh could get us there because we have a new defense, which the problem with our team has been defense.
Absolutely. That's always been the issue. Well, and I felt like McDermott over the last 3 years has tried to shift the way the offense was playing in the beginning, right? Try to change Josh Allen into being, the type of offense that McDermott wanted, which was what? Like controlling the clock and more old school type of football and more conservative, right? Not taking chances downfield as much. Like, this is all real. This is true because McDermott said so. We're not just telling you this just to be when
he had to throw it 45, 50 times in that Baltimore game, he said he hated it. He hated it. Yes. And the fact that we always bring up too, like McDermott never wanted this type of play style. That's why him and Dable for years butted heads, right? And I talked about it today. I said the Bills' identity should have been around Josh Allen instead of Sean McDermott spending years trying to make the Bills fit his complementary football philosophy, right? And that's how I felt like it was going, right? So instead of going around Josh Allen and complimenting him and his style of play, McDermott did the opposite and said, oh, you know what? I'm going to make it about me and my philosophy and what I want. And you guys saw that over the last, 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, where even Diggs, by the way, saw this. And there was a reason why Diggs in that offseason went to McDermott, and they were talking about the offense and why Diggs saw the big picture. He saw what was happening when Brady took over, right? And it was the old, like, Dorsey, who piggybacked off Dable his first year, actually did good. His second year, right? You guys remember this. The offense started to kind of change, slow down a little bit. Allen wasn't running. Remember that? He said he wanted Allen to be in the pocket more, right? No design runs. Run, throw it short.
Yes. And then what happened? Dorsey gets fired because we were starting to lose our identity. I remember in that season, I'm like, Mikey, what's our identity? Like, what's going on? I'm blaming Dorsey because I'm like, this is garbage. And then he hires Brady. And trust me, I want to tell you guys, you don't think he had the conversation with Brady at the end of that season going, this is what I want. We're going to do this the way I want it. If you're not on board, I'll go and get an OC that will do it, or I'll promote within. And I truly believe that. I'm not saying Brady's not to blame a little bit, but I truly believe McDermott had his hands all over on what he wanted and what his vision was, and it hurt the offense. It absolutely did.
Well, he's gone. We don't got to worry about him anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't.
And listen, D, I don't hate the Giants. I wish you guys nothing but the best.
Don't
come in here and try to troll us to make you feel better. Go enjoy your team.
Is that dude? I'll say this real quick, D. I don't know about Mikey. I'm pretty sure he doesn't do this, but I don't go and the reason why I don't talk about other teams, to be honest with you, is because I don't study them like I study my team or I know my team. Like, you're a Giants fan. I can't really speak about your team right now. I can't be like, oh, you guys are trash. You're not going to. I don't know. I have no idea what your additions are. I don't study your team like my team.
They're a young team. I do study the NFL as a whole.
See, I don't study teams like I study mine. Okay.
I don't. They are a young ascending team.
Okay.
They are.
Well, there we go. I know Dart's an interesting player.
Dart, Scatterbo,
right.
They have no idea what's going to happen to Neighbors. He's had his second surgery. So who knows what's going to happen to him? Then they brought in their defense. Looks like it could be really good, but we don't know. They lost Sexy Dexy, so we have no idea.
Oh, that's true.
We have no idea what's going to happen there. Like, there's so many things that's an unknown. At the end of the day, it's early. By the way, I gotta say, this stupid picture of me that it does not look like me at all is staring at me, and I hate you for that.
I think it looks just like you.
It looks nothing like me.
Look at you.
I know you did it on purpose.
Never. I would never do that.
But at the end of the day, I don't come in. I don't go into other fan bases, chats to talk trash or try to troll them or tell them they're never going to win anything. Usually, if I go in, it's to talk about the team in general, and from a positive perspective, because I like to put positivity in the world. Being negative all the time gets you nowhere. So
I'm gonna be nice.
I wish you luck.
There. I'm gonna be really nice and move your pitch.
Oh God, that was driving me crazy. It was like staring at me. We can make a friendly bet or whatever you want to decide. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Got it. Okay. He's in the chat party. Got it. Okay.
I gotcha.
Like, sometimes I don't know if it's for us or if they're talking internally.
Yeah.
At this show, everything we do is in the chat. The chat leads this show. So it's nothing but the chat. So if you put something in there, chances are I'll bring it up. If it's not for us, we're all good.
Yep. Real quick, Mikey, what's on board tonight before we get to the rest of the chat so everybody knows?
Oh, so what's on board tonight? First, we got to talk about the moves. We started, and then we went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we'll get to – we'll start with your NFL news. Yep. We got 3 reasons why the Bills' offense and defense will improve in 2026. That's from Bills Wire article from there. 6 players under major pressure heading into training camp, so basically on roster or on the roster bubble. I also came up with the greatest Bills duos of all time. So that's just a fun thing we're gonna go over. You know what I mean? Like that's not an article. That's just something me and your AI. Bills post June 1 cut candidates who could be salary cap casualties, and then post June 1 cut candidates that the Buffalo Bills could target.
Today is June 1.
So that's an one. June 1st, correct?
Yeah, today's June 1.
I don't know what happened there. I cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just me or was it you too?
No, it was you. I heard it on your end.
Okay. And then the last thing we're gonna do is Bills Wire did their game by game predictions.
Your favorite co-host.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't talk back to you.
We're gonna see what they predict the Bills record to be. Game by game, and then we'll decide if we agree or disagree on there.
Matter of fact, aren't we supposed to be doing our predictions this week?
Were we?
I think we were.
Or we were supposed to be doing our 53.
I think we were supposed to be doing
totally
both.
Forgot about.
I did forget to do my 53. I'm not gonna lie. I totally forgot to do my 53.
Damn it! I did too. Son of a bitch.
So
we'll
do the 53
that.
next week. We'll do the roster. It's way too early.
53 man project.
No, we'll do the way too early wins
lost. But we will do this tonight, the Bills Wire one, and we'll go over it.
And then we'll do ours.
And we'll do ours. Yeah.
Okay. So let's kick it off with one of the biggest moves of the day that not Bills related or impact the Bills at all.
No.
Myles Garrett actually gets moved. Garrett for Jared Verse. Then they got a first, second, and third over the next 3 years.
Right. Which, by the way, wild. we did not. We said it a lot of that we didn't think Garrett was going anywhere. Remember, we thought he would pretty much retire a Cleveland Brown because the contract and the amount what it would take to move on from him. And but I'll say this:
he moved his contract around earlier this year. He was only making $8 million this year.
Right. Yeah, but you're still going to pay down the road. I mean, it does kick in eventually. So I get what you're saying. It's kind of like the A.J. Brown thing. Like if you would have traded for him, you would have paid really nothing for him this year, but it kicks in the following. But I got to say, I think Cleveland did a good – listen, here's the deal. Cleveland did a great job there, and they're making up for a lot of fuck-ups. Let's be real, right? They fucked up on Deshaun Watson. There's no out of that, right? They're going to eat it. It's guaranteed, fully guaranteed. They have to clear cap. So everyone's like, oh, we could have traded Groot. Like, no, because Groot's adding cap. They don't
not
want
only that. Groot's not the same player, Jared.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, what? So for them, I'm just saying, for them, they're getting an edge who's young, who could fill in for Garrett, who is an ascending edge, right? It's not like a garbage player, and he has 3 years, I believe, 3 years left on a rookie deal. And somebody had mentioned, I forgot who I was listening to. Maybe it was Joe Marino today. They said after 2 years, they could actually, if they don't want to pay him, they could actually trade him and get even more.
They could probably get a first and a third back for him. So that means you get 2 firsts, a second, and 2 thirds for Myles Garrett.
Right. And you get, is that what I'm saying? And you get 2 years out of them.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, and including their, what they got in the original Garrett deal, which I believe is a first. What is it? A first and a third? What did they get for him? First and what was a complete trade? What did they get today? The Browns for Garrett. They got a first, a second, and a third. A second. That's what it was.
Each in the year. So 27's first, 28 second. 29 third. So which, by the way, though, the Rams, and I don't blame them either, they're looking at it like a second round pick basically anyways, because they're already a team that's going to be late in the round
even without him, right? So like, in their heads, it's like, okay, who cares? We're going to give up a 30th pick in the draft, maybe 32nd if we win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, for them, they don't really give a shit. And to be honest with you, I'll give the Rams credit. They hit late in their drafts. They've been hitting late. So for them, who cares if they can add another Super Bowl? So I understand it from their perspective as well. It was a good trade, I think, for both teams. I don't think, I don't think it was either team lost out on this deal. You know what I'm saying?
So here's my thing with Best. Best says 3 reasons O will be better. 1, Josh Allen, he'll get better every year as he does. 2, DJ Moore. 3 is 2 rookies, Skylar Bell and Elam Zor. I'm actually going to take one step back because I don't know how much Skylar Bell is going to actually produce this year because I think he's going to be on the same play track, the same schedule that Shakir was. And year 1, he didn't do a whole lot. I think we're going to be better because it's going to push Palmer and Coleman down into roles that they should be, not where they were. So
if
now,
Palmer's here.
Yeah, I'm just saying if Palmer's here, but it's going to push them down into roles that they should be, not what they were supposed to, not what they were trying to force them into be.
I agree.
We know the 1's going to be more. We know the 2's going to be Shakir. The third option, or 1's going to be more. 2A is going to be Kincaid. 2B is going to be Shakir, right? And then with Pete Carmichael coming in and being a Sean Payton style offense, watch James Cook get involved in the passing game this year. Like the Alvin Kamara's and the Reggie Bushes and all those guys, the Darren Sproles of the years with the Saints. You're going to see our running backs catching more balls this year with this new scheme and on our offense. It's like, I am so excited for what the offense could be. Now on the defensive side of the ball, very excited for Elam Zor. But I'm excited for CJ Gardner-Johnson, Jalen Kilgore, second year Max Harrison, then we got D. Alford, like all the different styles we have in the secondary where we can plug guys in based off a matchup. You don't have Teron Johnson going against a twitchy Tyreek Hill in the slot.
Correct.
Right? You're going to have a different guy. And if the matchup isn't right for that guy, they're going to plug someone else in there.
Correct.
That's what I'm most excited about. It's no longer line 4 up, play cover 3, rush 4, and hope you win. Yeah.
Just like I talked about offenses in the NFL evolving and changing, so our defenses, and that's what that's what Leonard's kind of bring to the table. What, like Mikey said, is he's going to be rotating and shifting around players, shifting around the line. The defensive fronts are going to look different by matchup. That's what got me excited. Once again, it's like something that we're not used to. It's something that we didn't see under McDermott. It just was never going to happen. And of course, these young guys are Leonard picks. These are Leonard guys. These are the guys that he feels is going to fit his system. Right now, of course, can the older players that are already on the roster, can they adjust to what Leonard wants is the question, and we'll find out soon. I believe they can because they're younger. I don't think they're stuck in their ways. You know what I mean? They're not veterans where they've been playing one position the whole, for 10 years. Like, I think these guys can evolve and change the way they play as well. And, what I like too, I'm hearing a lot of players, especially on the defensive side, they seem bought in. They seem excited. They seem like they're, that they like what they're hearing from Leonard. That, it's just the excitement is there from the players. It should be with the fans too, man. That's all I'm saying when it comes down to this season coming up, man, is going to be just a different vibe, a different look, a different scheme. Like everything's exciting, man. New stadium. Like, come on, guys, get behind this team, man.
Listen, oh yeah, we didn't even talk about IGB. Some people
That's
are
my dude.
Love with IGB. I still want to see Max, but listen,
my dude.
I don't want Max going up against T. Higgins and those type of guys. If IGB can has the size to go up against them, I'd much rather see him out there at that time. Like, let's play matchups. Like, let's
play matchups. If you have them,
because if you have all the players that are going to be good enough to be out there, play the matchup.
If you got the chess pieces, go for it. Yep. Let's do it. All right. Man, I am really behind on this.
Thank you very much.
I know, I'm slacking. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro.
Appreciate you, Alan Alps. It says, I've defended Bean. I think he's done a great job this year considering the context of the resources available. Not getting Garrett is a bad look. If he's available, you simply have to get that done. Full stop. Here's the problem. This goes back to what we said right before the draft when everyone thought we needed to go get Sexy Dexy. You couldn't match what the Bengals gave up, the number 10 pick. Doesn't matter how bad you want him, you couldn't match it. They are getting Jared Verse. There is not an asset on our team that's young enough. Maybe Osiris Torrance. Really? Maybe. But he still only has 1 year. Verse has 2 years.
But do they need him? Do they want him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the other thing. We don't know what Cleveland wanted.
But we don't have that asset.
We don't have that asset. No.
Could we have given up the picks and given up more picks? Yeah, probably. But that's not what they were looking for. They were looking for asset plus picks.
Correct.
And let's be honest, the picks were going to be the same type of picks that we got. So it's not we should have gone and got it. You have to have the players. You have to have the assets to go do a move like that. Do you want to kill Bean for his lack of hitting on some of those, really elite style players to be able to make a move like that? Okay, I'm with you on that.
Yep.
But with the way it was set up today, to say the Bills should have just went and got him, it's not Madden. You can't do that. You have to have that ability.
I'm with you. Yeah, and like Mikey said too, like the team that Cleveland, they want back as much value as they can receive for very little. Meaning, Jared Verse is on a rookie deal. You think about it. You trade, the only guy that we could have traded, because more than likely they want an edge to replace Myles Garrett. Who are we going to give? Groot's on they don't want that. You know what I mean? Getting Ed Oliver's on a contract. They don't want that, right? You're going to give up Cole Bishop. Maybe they don't want a safety, and I don't know if I would even do that.
You're telling me that we had to give up Cole Bishop?
No. I'm saying in a whole bunch. Oh, well, Cole, maybe.
If it only would have cost us Cole Bishop a first, second, and third.
Well, yeah, I would have. But I don't think
because we also have a crap ton of depth at safety.
That's true at safety, yeah. But I don't think they budge on that though. I don't think they want a safety.
I think they wanted to return. They wanted
an
elite edge. Because here's the thing, Jared Verse, since he's come in the league, is the third. He has the third most pressures amongst any player. The only two people in front of him are Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett.
Yeah, which is impressive, no doubt about it. And like you said, or we said earlier, they could probably get something back for Verse if they don't want to pay him. But look, man, at the end of the deal, like that end of the day, like my only knock on Bean has been free agency. I feel like he's failed. He's spent some money that has gone to waste, right? Where we could have possibly used this money on if we were to make a trade like this and be able to pay Myles Garrett. Because remember, too, it's also the money. Right? You got to have the money, right? Because Garrett's contract's pretty big. So Bean's responsible for that, and he's had some blunders. And also, too, I would like Bean to be a little bit more aggressive at times. I agree with you guys with that. I feel like he's still kind of stuck on, the future of the team, like wanting, like, the Bills to be good for a lot of years, right? Like, dude, we're like this is year 10, year 9 with Josh. Like, the time is ticking. Like, you know what I mean? You got to roll the dice a little bit more. You know what I mean? And I hope eventually he understands that and starts swinging
he did
a
that
little bit
this
more.
offseason, and he got killed by Bills Mafia for taking a swing on DJ Moore.
Right. That I don't agree with. I'm with you. I'm totally with you. But, but I'm talking about, huge swings. And I guess that's a big swing. But, the Von Miller, I thought was a huge swing. That was a gamble. And it failed, but I wasn't mad at it. I'd rather him take that swing than not swing at all. I thought the Stephon Diggs was a gamble, right? Because you're first round, and it paid off. You know what I mean? So, but he hasn't done a lot of them, right? Especially during trade time. It felt like he's a little bit tight on his picks. He doesn't want to give up. I hope his mindset eventually starts to change with that, and he starts swinging a little bit more, because I'm not going to kill the guy, Mikey, if he takes swings. I'm going to kill him if he doesn't, right? That's where I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, things got to change here. You got to start doing things a little bit different.
And see, Beth, I'm not overly concerned about our linebacker room. I'm really not. Knowing that we have, Bernard and Dorian and Elarms Orr, and even Andreessen fits this style of defense better than he fit Sean McDermott's style of defense.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, now it's just a bunch of inside linebackers. We don't have to worry about outside. Outside are our edges. So I'm not overly concerned about our linebacker room at all. And Jason then says Bean didn't budge on Garrett 1 because we didn't have the money. And
that's true.
That is not true.
No, we don't have the money for
yes, we did. Miles Garrett
long term.
Miles
the contract maybe this year, not long term, Mikey.
Once you get him in the room this year, you redo his contract and you could have made it work.
Like, I don't know.
But you're gonna say goodbye to Torrance. You're gonna say goodbye to Dawkins. You're gonna say goodbye to a lot of people when you bring him in.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the numbers, man. But I mean, would he? Is he going to renew his? Is he going to renew his? He just did that. He's going to renew it over with the Rams. I don't know. I mean, he's going to want to have to do that, right?
Well, no, they actually have money. That's the thing. Because you have to remember, they've had Puka there, but he's been on a rookie contract this whole time.
That's true. Yeah.
So they had a rookie 5th round contract at that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that that doesn't really matter. Let's hit the super chat from Alan.
Let me go ahead and hit that real quick.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, he says Bean really wanted to could have got a deal done. I understand Diggs burned him and Vaughn got hurt, but Allen's 30 now. I'm just pissed off today, Mikey. I understand what you're saying, and I get it, being pissed off. I would have loved to see Myles Garrett a Buffalo Bill too.
Of course,
I would have. I'm just looking at it from a different lens. I never expected Myles Garrett.
I would have loved to see. You
want to know what I love?
Crosby.
You know what I love?
It's gonna happen.
He's not in the AFC. Bye bye.
Right. That's right. He's in the NFC.
Yeah.
No, we face him though.
One guy lost today. Jared Verse.
Yeah, that's true.
He went from a Super Bowl contender to one of the worst teams in the league.
To a fucking shit show. Yeah, with like 10 quarterbacks in the roster. But look, on that comment, I don't think Diggs burned him at all. That's to me. I thought Diggs, while he was here, was a good player. He didn't burn anything. I thought McDermott just wanted him out, and that was it. I mean, there was no. I don't think he did us dirty in any way. He didn't underperform. He asked for an extension. Bean gave him the extension, but I don't think Bean knew that McDermott was, didn't want or was trying to change the offense philosophy, and Diggs was not probably going to be a part of that, or it wasn't going to involve Diggs, and it kind of got bad where. Unfortunately, he had to go. You know what I mean? But I don't put that on Diggs. I don't even put that. I don't put that on Bean either. That to me is just that's on McDermott, and he wanted a different.
That's on McDermott and on Diggs.
Diggs talked his way out of it a little bit. He didn't help the situation
at all.
But I think McDermott, he definitely lit the fire though.
Oh God, yes. Snoopy says, "Okay, let's play a scenario. Season starts and then Moore gets hurt. How do the cards fall then?" Okay, let's play a scenario. The season starts, Josh Allen gets hurt. You don't build a team expecting people to get hurt. But even if they did, having Kincaid back full time and bringing in Skylar Bell makes this roster better.
Yeah, I mean, Snoopy, we could go down that hole. I could do another one. How about Green Bay trades for Micah Parsons and he gets hurt in Green Bay? Oh, he did. You know what I mean? Like, it happens.
Well,
like,
what happens with the Rams? Myles Garrett gets hurt.
Right. That's my point. You don't know. This is football. Like, let's not throw that out there, by the way. Right. I don't want anyone getting hurt, especially not Josh Allen or DJ Moore. Like, but these are all what ifs. We could do that. We could play that game across the board. Right. We could say, who's the guy that went to that Baltimore signed? What if Trey Hendrickson gets hurt and Max Crosby has a hell of a year? I mean, there's a lot of what ifs. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But we saw that last year with Patrick Mahomes. And I know another, my buddies over there mentioned, like, if Allen goes down, the risk, of course. But if Mahomes goes down, the Chiefs aren't the Chiefs, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's the reality. If Lamar goes down, same thing. Like, guys, we're talking about key players. Of course it's going to hurt. Yeah. Matter of fact, remember when we got Von Miller? He was on pace to get 10 sacks. What happened,
He
Mikey?
was on pace to kill more than 10 sacks.
That's what I'm saying. By Thanksgiving.
By Thanksgiving.
And what happened?
ACL and
okay. Right. So, I mean, it's not expected, guys. Like, and I don't want, like, we shouldn't think that way. Like, but yeah. If he goes down, of course we're fucked. Like, come on, that's reality.
I don't believe we're fucked if he goes down.
No. I'm talking about Allen. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Allen.
Yeah.
If DJ Moore goes down, we're not fucked because we've already proven that that we're still a good team without a number one.
Yeah.
Right. But obviously, with the one, we're even better, and that's kind of where we're going with this, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't a case of the Cincinnati Bengals where if Jamar Chase goes down, right, they got T. Higgins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We still got good receivers here, but we don't have that like T. Higgins.
Don't say receivers. We still have good receiving targets.
Targets. Well, I like Shakir. I think
Shakir's great.
Yeah.
But he's the one that I would say is still really good. We don't know what Skylar Bell is yet. We don't know what Josh Palmer is because he hasn't been healthy. We haven't seen Keon do anything yet. Yeah. However, we still have Kincaid. We still have Knox. We still have our backs.
Yeah.
We still have Shakir. So it's not like if he gets hurt. But if you go back and look at his career, I think he's missed 2 games in his entire career. The dude is just durable.
And we've seen teams, by the way, do it with one. You don't need to have multiple great receivers on the roster. You need number one.
Josh is also proven if the defense plays better, there's a good chance we're going to win.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean,
Josh is a touchdown machine. He's an X factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I get where you're going with this 999, but I would add in the Chiefs and the Eagles to the only 4 teams can win. I think there's 6 teams that can win. Because I will never count out either one of those guys. One, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid together. Never count them out. I don't give a shit. They always seem to find a way at the end. And the Eagles are super talented. Just can they put it together?
So I'm going to give you another example. So do you remember the 2024 game against the Rams that we lost?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do we have on our team? Receivers. Who was our main guys? Who was our number one?
Shakir. Kincaid. Who else was out there?
Cooper.
Cooper.
Matt Collins.
Yeah.
Okay. So who led who was our number one there in that game? Khalil Shakir 106, Amari Cooper 95, Matt Collins 57. My point is we put up 42 points without a true number one. Like our offense,
because we have an X factor at quarterback who had 6 touchdowns.
Right, but my point is, we still have when these guys, are healthy, Shakir and Kincaid, they can put up numbers. They can be reliable, right? But remember, our coach didn't want that. Coach does not like that style of play at the time.
I'm excited about Moore. A lot of people still don't like him because he had a down year last year, and they want the flashy like the AJ Browns or. Devontae Adams or whatever. Moore is about as solid as they come, and he's going to do the dirty work. He's not a diva. I like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
The deals often come back, channeled by agent players. Garrett's choice, Buffalo or LA. Come on now. Like I believe Garrett's choices were Buffalo or LA, and New York state taxes or California state taxes.
Right.
I'll take California state taxes.
Right. It's true. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It takes 2 to tango.
And the weather in LA is way better than the weather in Buffalo.
Yeah, and I want to say too, we have
quarterbacks.
We have no idea if we are involved in any trade talks. And they're not going to. No, I'm just saying. But they're not going to. You wouldn't know. You're not going to know because they're not going to want to get that out. Like Groot was about to be traded. You know what I mean? Like these players don't want to know they're about to be moved. You know, like that's probably not going to. I guarantee Bean made the call. It doesn't mean, you know what I mean? They were interested in whatever player he was throwing at him.
Let's hit the super chat.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
My dudes, appreciate that. If I make a bet with the Giants fan in the chat, would Tommy or Mikey hold the money if I send it to the Cash App? Of course I would. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Just hit me up on the email, the podcast email, which is Mafia Sports Report 313 at gmail.com. So Mafia Sports Report 313 at Gmail, and I'll give you that information and I'll hold it for you. And whatever the bet is, I mean, and then just let me know.
So just let us know what it is, and we're happy to hold it for you, and then send it back.
And then whoever wins, I'll Cash App that person back. You know what I mean? Like I'll hold it in my Cash App and send it to you, the winner.
Absolutely. Imagine Romeo Dubs or Diggs as the wide receiver 3. I don't know if Diggs doesn't want to go back there because he might be wide receiver 3. I don't know if Diggs' ego can take wide receiver 3.
God, I don't think. I mean, he had a good season.
He did.
Like he had a garbage season. He had over 1,000 yards.
If he can get his off-field problems sorted, he'll end up
something else. Yeah, he has something else going on, but I don't think it's something. I think it's like the least. Like it's not as like it was the other case. But we'll find out.
The A-Rod trade. Yep.
I mean, do you think you think we make any move just offhand? Do you think the Bills are going to do anything that is, let's just say, wows anyone?
No,
because I think they do something, but I don't know
the money to do something. I just don't.
Right.
And unless it's something like a Max Crosby, that's the only way I see it. You know,
which is still. I mean,
I could see us giving up a one from next year.
It's still going to be done. It's still all right. I mean, I'm sure the Raiders would still entertain a call, you know, and going, all right, you know, like guys, hey, nobody wants them. What do you think? We'll give you. You know
but knowing we have Chubb, which they believe in, and Chubb's a good player.
I like Chubb.
Chubb's a good player. Knowing we have Groot, Chubb, Hoyt coming back, our rookie Parker, I just don't know if they'll make that move. I think they'll try to go with what they have.
I'm with you. I don't know if they make any wow moves.
Make that move at the deadline if it's just like not working.
If something's going wrong or an injury,
Hoyt's not back to fully or whatever the case may be, and they're like, okay, we need one more. I can see making that move at the deadline, but that's
an injury occurs or something like that.
Not before that.
I'm with you.
Why wait for the Ravens to get Diggs?
I
wouldn't hate Diggs coming back. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either, and I wouldn't hate it. By the way, and that's another. I think Bills Mafia is split on that.
Having Diggs on one side, more on the other, and Shakir and Kincaid and on the inside, that'd be so dangerous.
And the reason why
would be as good as the 2021 season where we had Manny Sands as wide receiver freaking 4.
It might be better because we didn't have two elite. Not elite, but we didn't have two great receivers.
Diggs,
you know what I mean?
Brown, Beasley.
Diggs was great, but then those guys were really good.
Then we had Manny, and then we had then we had Davis.
But we didn't have 2 1s. Like if you add, like, because Diggs is still borderline a 1. Like he's that year he was Cole Beasley was second team All Pro. That's true. He was really elite. Good slot. He was elite. He was an elite slot, but I don't know if he was, you know what I mean? Like a number 1 receiver in that category is what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know, man. I feel like if we were to pick him up, a lot of good things would come with that. One, like you said, the connection, the chemistry, it's already there. Like there's no, it's not like they lost it. Like they would pick off right where they left, where they left off, right? They would pick up right where they left off. And, like you said, man, that's a dangerous duo. You got Diggs, right, and Moore and Shakir in the slot, dude. Like and Kincaid if healthy. Woof. All right, let's hit that super chat real quick.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you. Just so you know, I will always accept it, and we appreciate it. We read all comments, But if you want to donate to Tommy and I, we appreciate it. It just helps the channel.
Absolutely.
With that, if we end up playing KC or Cincinnati in the AFC Championship, that's the moment you need Garrett. I'm praying TJ Parker is the real deal because today stings. It does sting. I am with you. I would still like to have him. People will remember today if we lose in the playoffs and the rush is me. I don't believe they'll remember today at all. I think they're going to go back to when we could have moved our first round pick for a Crosby more than I think today. I don't think Garrett was ever a realistic option for us. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think it was in the cards. I think Max Crosby was more in the cards, and I think we also heard that Bean did call about him, and that was true, right? So they were definitely, thinking about making that happen. Like the talks were real, and that doesn't mean the talks can't get real again with them. Like clearly, if those conversations were being had and they were having a little back and forth there, that to me, Mikey, kind of tells me maybe they can go back and talk and revisit that conversation between the Raiders and the Bills about Max Crosby. So we'll find out. But dude, for now, guys, like I'm not like I want to see what this team does before and that's why I'm a little disappointed with people just bashing like this team already without even.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah, like I'm not overly I'm not trying to push how awesome this team is going to be. I'm not saying that. We're just saying what we like, what we're seeing about the innovation of the offense, the different scheme, right? We're excited to see how it looks, and we think it can succeed. Like we really believe that, but that doesn't mean we're it is for sure going to be this great defense. Like we're agree with you guys. We got to see it to believe it, but we're also going to tell you guys, hey, like these are some promising things. Yeah. Not just, oh man, terrible, same old.
Yeah, I'm with you. And yeah, having a more Diggs, Shakir 1, 2, 3 would be awesome. Because then it goes back to what Snoopy was talking about earlier, right? If one of them goes down, you still have two of them. Because then you also have, Kincaid, and then you have, Cook.
Well, then you got your T. Higgins. That's what I was saying earlier. Like then you got you got the luxury of a borderline one. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that was the other problem too we had here over the last 2 years, Mikey. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but when guys like Shakir and Kincaid went down, which they did, Shakir has kind of had the ankle thing going on over the last 2 years, Mikey. Kincaid is, he deals with what he deals with year after year. When those guys go down,
the knee, then
we're really screwed. Like that, I think that's where our offense really got in trouble over the last 2 years is when Shakir got hurt, right? Remember? Then it was like, oh my God, like now who do we go to? Like, and we didn't. Remember, we struggled those games, right? And it's same with Kincaid. Like and the one thing I'll say with Kincaid when he goes down though, at least Dawson Knox still has that connection with Josh Allen. They do have a chemistry. So it's not a huge deal. But I would say like losing Shakir at that time when we would, Shakir went down with the ankle.
Two years ago, we lost Cooper and we lost Coleman. And Coleman was actually playing well when he got hurt.
He was playing well. He was starting to pick up
right away. And it was just like
it hurt. Yeah,
instantly depleted our passing game.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we just weren't that deep at that position, even though they wanted you to believe everybody eats and it's going to be okay. It just wasn't deep enough. You know what I mean? We didn't have,
although we still were a top 5 offense, even with it.
We had a 2 playing like a 1 and Shakir, you know what I mean? Like, so when he went down, it's like, now we have the 3 as the 1.
We have an alpha at the QB who's just an X factor and
correct. Who makes it work
is what it is.
Right.
I'm with you on that, Alan Alps. I will not be upset if they decide to bring in another dude. Give Josh put all the money
absolutely
with Josh and run a rookie defense. I don't care. They're not going to do it, but I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
If you stack Josh's side of the ball, with all of it, and then
load up on offense.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd have no issue with if they want to load up on offense. If you have the opportunity, if Diggs says, "Hey, I'll come back on a decent deal for 2-year contract," right? Even 1 year, but whatever. Let's say 2, right, dude? I'd be all for it. Now, I don't think it's going to happen, but I also don't think that there's bad chemistry between Diggs and Bean. I don't think there's any you know what I mean? I don't think they had any kind of falling out. I don't think Diggs even entertains this if McDermott's still here.
No.
Right? I think he would. Now that McDermott's gone, I think he would be more willing to entertain
I think he would want to understand the organizational philosophy.
He would want to talk to him first. Yeah, absolutely.
To
see what his
make
role
sure,
would be.
Yeah. To see what his role is going to be, to see what the offense is going to look like, because the whole thing is they just basically phased him out.
They phased him out. Yeah.
Down
Let's
the second,
put him in a doghouse almost. Yeah.
In the second half of the year, they basically phased him out. And I'm with who was it? 999 said Kincaid is ready for a breakout season. He should be used more on second down. He should be. They're hoping he's healthy now, and if he's healthy, you'll probably see him more.
Kincaid is a really good tight end. The problem is, and it's been a problem, and it's weird because it wasn't a problem in college, staying healthy. These are things, guys, once again, you can't really predict because he wasn't injury prone in college. He was fine. You know what I mean? It just happened to be. We're trying to break that cycle, but I don't know. Mike, do you think he breaks that cycle, or you just think kind of this is how Kincaid's career is going to kind of be, where he's just limited with injury?
I truly believe, because he went and got a lot of opinions, and they said he worked to strengthen the things around it. He gave it the time to rest, then he worked to strengthen around it. I honestly think he's going to break the cycle. You think
so?
This year, I did. I think he breaks it and gets back to what he looked like in year 1.
I know he gained some muscle, which was,
also big.
I remember that. Yeah, they were saying that they wanted him to
get bigger,
bulk up a little bit. So maybe that helps. You know what I mean? Maybe that was something that was recommended, and he went out and did, and hopefully he stays healthy, because he is a really good tight end.
Yeah, listen, Alan Alps, if CJ can get those boys back here, I'll take it. I'll take both of them. Make Vaughn just a designated pass rusher.
CJ Gardner's turning into Von Miller of hyping up Bills Mafia online. Remember Vaughn would do that, taking pictures with Derrick Henry. Remember Bills Mafia's we're getting Derrick Henry. He's good. He's friends with he's promoting him. Remember Von Miller were I'm trying my best. It was remember D-Hop? It was another guy. D-Hop's coming above. I'm trying my best. No, never. None of those players came. OBJ, remember? Yeah. We're OBJ.
Except with OBJ, Josh had him all over for dinner, and we still didn't get him.
By the way, OBJ did sign with the Giants again. You saw that? Yeah.
So did someone else went back there too. God, who was it? The Giants signed 2 veteran receivers today.
Golly, man.
Paul comes in and says, the look Diggs gave McDermott said everything. I thought it was McDermott all the way. It was.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And everyone said they thought it was Josh and Diggs. I think what strained their relationship is Josh isn't a public guy. I'm going to take your side. I'm going to take their side. And he tried to play the peacemaker. And I think it rubbed Diggs the wrong way that Josh didn't fully have his back.
Yeah.
Out public.
What I think at the end of the day, too, with the players that were here long term, a while, Mikey, I think they respected McDermott. But I don't think they truly McDermott wasn't the guy they were going to go and have a private conversation.
Except for a few of them on the defensive side.
Very few. But for the most part, everything I heard about, a lot of, on a lot of articles is McDermott wasn't that type of guy. We're he was a friendly, where they can lean on and talk. It just wasn't his style. So I think they respected him because he was there long. A lot of these guys played with him for, played for him for a while. But I think with this, you could tell what the Brady thing is because he's younger and he's more of a player's coach. I feel
he's not the control freak that McDermott
He's not right. They don't. I feel like these guys don't feel like they're walking on eggshells anymore, right? And they feel like, hey, I can make a mistake and not be in a fucking doghouse, right? That's why I'm kind of hoping Keon Coleman turns things around because when you're in that, it, Mikey, when you got in that McDermott fucking doghouse, a lot of these players like didn't even dress up. Like Puna Ford just got in it. Quentin Spain got cut. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're in it, you're in it, right? And I felt like he was hard on certain players too, man. And hopefully that changes with Joe Brady. And I think it will. And I think a lot of these players are you could tell like they could breathe a little bit more, Mikey, right? You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, these players are excited about the future as well. Just pulled up on Diggs the summer before you left.
Josh pulled up. Yeah, the whole Josh Diggs thing in the offseason. You read all those. You know about it. By the way, where is Princess? 999's looking for Princess.
Yeah. Let's see.
He shows up for his Princess side.
Princess. When I do that voice, she usually should come. Let's see. Hey, yo, Princess.
All right. So we're an hour in, Tommy. You want to get to some of your topics here?
She's such a brat. Yeah, let's get some. It's funny because when I don't call her, she'll come. When I call her.
And by the way, when I pop in my video off, it's because I have allergies really bad, and it's massively bad today. It's like 90 plus, and I'm sneezing, and I'm sorry, but I'm not letting Tommy catch me sneezing on here. He'll go back and snap it and make it like my profile picture.
I'll make it a short. I'll make it a short and upload it.
Yep. Not gonna happen.
Princess, come here. She is just not. Princess, hey, Princess. Oh shit, Ed. All right, I tried. Let me see. Hold on. I swear. Princess.
She's telling you to kick rocks, dude.
Come here, baby.
Me definitely play a role on that relationship between Josh and Diggs. They did. They absolutely did. You know, they both talked about each other great after they left, and, you know, it's fine. Yeah, Princess said kick rocks, dude.
She did. It's just a little shit. All right, let's get to some of this stuff. Yeah, she's just, I did. She's on my bed. And she just giving me the look like, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you.
No, not happening.
Go fuck yourself. Dude. You don't want me bothering you on your you don't want me bothering you on your podcast. Well, yeah, now I'm not about now you want me to like, oh my God. All right, let's get to 3 reasons.
I'm not your
reasons.
puppet, is what she said.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, let's see here. All right, we got 3 reasons why the Bills defense will improve in 2026, Mikey.
Okay.
All right, here we go. According to Bills Wire, improved health. What do you think, Mikey? Bills get back several defensive players from 2025 rookie class who missed much of their rookie seasons, which is true because you could put Harrison on that as well because he missed some time in the offseason.
How do we know?
He got hurt during the season. Well, Harrison's back.
Health? How do we know it's improved health?
Oh, we know some of the guys are coming back that are healthy now.
Okay.
From last year.
Okay.
We know Landon Jackson's back at practice. We know Harrison's back. Well, Ed Oliver apparently got hurt again, by the way. I have no idea what happened, but I heard something about like something happened, a setback or something with his knee. I think he got like a scope or something. He should be fine, but
get it scoped now.
Right. Yeah, get it over
before the big thing. I'm excited about Landon Jackson this year. He put on some serious weight.
Well, and it's muscle, by the way. It's not right. That dude is like, people were thinking he was fat. Like, because I remember he's jacked up. I saw some comments like, "Oh, he's fat." I'm like, so I was like, I couldn't wait.
AJ Epinesa.
Yes, we did the opposite. McDermott won weight. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm excited for what Landon Jackson could do this year.
Yep. We'll see though. I still worried about his ACLs that he said multiple. Anyways, disruptors. Buffalo added star pass rusher Bradley Chubb and has some players on defense who could be disruptive, which is true. We did hit hard and blow up plays, and they've added similar players to those ranks in recent offseason. The new look Bills defense has the tools and potential to be a problem for opponents, and that's kind of what I'm going. That's what I've been kind of telling you guys. Groot, Landon Jackson, Michael Hoyt, Ed Oliver, Dwayne Carter, Deion Walker, Sanders, Durant, Bernard, Williams, Parker, Elarms, or all fit a disruptive profile for opposing offenses to go up against. They can all blow up plays in the pocket, at the line, and right behind them in coverage. And they didn't even put what's his name? Gardner Johnson. Go ahead.
You take out Carter, you take out Sanders, you take out Durant.
Yeah.
you take out Jackson. Those 4 have done nothing to tell me that they're going to be disruptors.
I agree. I agree with that. I would add in, though, CJ Gardner-Johnson, who's very physical.
Proven.
I would who's proven. So I'd definitely add. I would also add in Cole Bishop, who's also.
Yeah, it looks like that's down below. They're talking about those guys.
Oh, down below. Okay, so I would add in. They already added an alarm.
Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb. He's not there. You're right. Bradley Chubb's not there. No, they did say Bradley Chubb up top. Right here.
Okay.
They started with him, Bradley Chubb. So, yeah, I'm with you. So, Bradley Chubb, take a Michael Hoyt.
Yeah, Rousseau, Hoyt, Oliver, Walker, Bernard, Williams. We don't know what Parker is. We don't know what Elarms or is. So, I'll take those guys. Now,
sure.
They are, all of them have the capabilities to be, disruptors. But let's see what Jim Leonhard does with them.
Right. And then they're talking about the backfield, which so they're like the likes of Christian Benford, Maxwell Harrison, Cole Bishop, D. Alford, Hancock, IGB, Pride Jr. will be disruptive opponents passing games as well. The new defensive game plan can let them play more freely and can maximize their disruptive traits. And I agree. Like, if you look at the draft, Mikey, a lot of these guys are like, bro, they play with their hair on fire. Like, you could see these are what Leonhard wants. Guys that can go east to west, north to south. They could cover every part of the field. You know what I mean? Like, they could put them in the box. You know what I mean? Especially like the safeties, like some of the safeties that we got. Kilgore, for instance, is very another guy that's that could play in the box. He could play pretty much anywhere too. He's aggressive. So yeah, dude, like, I'm excited, man, for that.
Paul, I'm with you on this take.
Mm-hmm.
McDermott had the type of guys he wanted, and it wasn't going to be super aggressive. It wasn't going to be, disguised and things like that. Like, he'll disguise the back end coverage, but he wasn't disguising his pass rush and different things. Like, it was very vanilla. You heard NFL players talk about it. We knew what they were going to do.
Yeah. They didn't adjust. Everything on film was exactly what they brung.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. And I got to say too, it kind of leaked over to the offense at times and that's why me and Mike were like, man,
too predictable.
Way too predictable. You gotta mix things up at times. You know what I mean? You got to adjust. They just weren't doing
having Dane Jackson and Baylon Spector. That's 4 wins for us right off the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dane Jackson was good for a late round pick, but he never needed to be a starter. He was a good depth guy.
Yeah, I didn't mind him as a depth piece. I thought last year though he kind of fell off even with that role. You know what I mean? As being a depth guy, he definitely lost a step last year because I seen him play better than he did last year.
Oh, that's not even a question. The Rams have a better roster.
Oh, absolutely. On paper, but you know who else on paper had a better roster? The Ravens last year. Once again,
a few years ago, the Jets,
the Lions,
yeah.
Guys, I tell you this all the time. Like, and I'm not knocking teams I'm not saying every team that's going to play out that way, but what's on paper doesn't always go onto the field. Now, with that being said, we know the Rams are a good team. They've proven that. Right, they've gone to the playoffs. They went toe-to-toe with Super Bowl champions last year, but so has the Buffalo Bills. Like, you guys forget that. I want to remind you of that, right? The Chiefs have won multiple Super Bowls, but we also went toe-to-toe with these teams, right? Like, with a roster that you guys claim is not very good or on paper, these teams.
Not you guys.
Well,
our chat
I'm sorry.
Agree with us.
You're right.
Mafia.
A lot of correct. So, for a team with such a bad roster that can't compete, it's funny that we compete against. We're getting, competing against Super Bowl champions, right? And then, matter of fact, we're beating Super Bowl champions the year after when we beat the Rams. Like, we're toe to toe with these guys. Like, nobody is. And like I said, once again, you could look on paper at all these teams and go, "Damn, look at all the Pro Bowlers, look at all the all pros." But it doesn't. It has to go onto the field, and even then, it's still not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed for a course of 18-week season that players are going to stay healthy, that things, for instance, Mikey, they talk about, like, if Allen goes down, what if Stafford goes down?
Yeah. They have Ty Simpson. The 13th overall pick.
Yeah, right. So like, there's always the what ifs, right? You know what I mean? Like, so shit happens. You get what I mean? But I promise you this. I promise you this. When we play the Rams this year, even if they win, they ain't fucking dog walking us. I promise you that. Like, that's one thing I get, and I've told this to Mikey a million times when we face really good opponents. We're in every game. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, we want to win those games. It's not an excuse. It still sucks losing, even if you lose by 1. But we ain't getting dog walked. Like, it's very rare this team has been dog walked by anybody. You know what I mean? So we're a very competitive team, and I expect that to be the case this year. I can't wait, really, Mikey, because, boy, the beginning of the season, what do you got? We got some tough fucking games.
We're going to know about them right off the top. Right off the gate. Right off the gate, you're going to know what the Bills are.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much, man.
Like, okay. So I don't know if this is a lot depend on the past 2 drafts. Yeah, and a lot of it depends on what Jim Leonhard can do with those guys.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, how creative can he get up front? But we also have Bradley Chubb. He's the best DN that we've had since we lost Vaughn
Miller. Yeah, let's be real.
You know, first year Vaughn.
Correct.
Like, people sleep on Bradley Chubb like he's Joey Bosa. He's not.
Correct. And that's another thing me and Mikey have been trying to tell you guys. Like, yes, we understand
I love
Bosa
Joey signing. I love the Joey Bosa signing.
Right.
He
did. Mikey was all for it.
He just crushed. He's like fell apart down the stretch.
And that's why when me and Mikey were debating with the Bosa at the time if it was a good signing, was for me, I'm big into, let's look at the both sides of the coin. And for me, when I looked at Bosa was okay. When he's healthy, what's the production like? It just was slipping. It was declining. And if you look at Bradley Chubb's production when healthy, it's really not, it hasn't declined, right? It's kind of staying true to what he is, Mikey, a 10-sack guy, right? Let's be real, right? So if the dude could stay healthy, I still think he could produce and get those kind of numbers for us. Unlike Bosa, who even when healthy is going to start either getting hurt down the stretch or his numbers are just not going to match what we paid him. And that's kind of what happened, right? He kind of declined and he started getting banged up a little bit too, Mikey. So I don't think that's going to be the case with Chubb if he can stay healthy. You know what I mean?
I will give you the Fins and the Falcons, Paul.
But the Fins game was
the Texans game.
Yeah.
Although they whipped our offense's ass,
still came down to the final drive.
It came down to the final drive. Like,
yeah. The Fins game, by the way, come on, let's be real. The Fins game was they're a bad team. That, like, if they were a good team and they dog walked us, I would say, okay, yeah, that's a good team. They they beat our ass. But that game, guys, let's be real. That game was it's one of those games. Like, it just shit happens. Like, it just was not our day.
But we had a few of those last year that we don't normally have. The
no, we
Falcons
did.
game was that way.
But we didn't get whooped.
Know?
Falcons didn't whoop us. Like the Dolphins.
They whooped us in the first half, and then we came back in the second.
Yeah,
half.
But the Dolphins took us to the. You know what I mean?
Woodshed.
Yeah. So, but that's rare. It doesn't happen often, especially against a bad team.
Adrian says, I hope we meet the Broncos again in the playoffs. We're going to meet them on Christmas.
We sure are. Yes,
you know, the key to beating the Chiefs is not making the game close. Look at the 2 Super Bowls that they got beat in. The key to beating the Chiefs is getting pressure on Patrick Mahomes.
Absolutely, because he makes mistakes.
If you hit Patrick, he makes mistakes. Like when we beat him last year, when we had Hoyt and our defense was just like crushing him.
When we beat him the year we had Vaughn.
Yeah.
Remember that, guys? Yeah. We had pressure on him. He threw the interception to who got that interception? Tehran, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, and pressure is what created that turnover.
Yeah.
Right. But if you just let him fucking sit back there,
or you give him big giant running lanes so he can run around.
Right. He's gonna carve you the fuck up. Same with Joe Burrow. Same with any honestly decent quarterback.
When we started bringing pressure against Joe last year, he crumbled down the stretch.
He did. Exactly.
Lamar does the same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Would you like the Bills playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas, or would you? I would love that they're playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Dude, listen, my daughter's about to be 18, and I don't have a lot of family here. and the family that is here all are super big sports fans. So I'll get to watch both of them, and then I get to come home and talk about them after.
Oh, dude,
you know?
yeah. I love them. I think maybe for like the Christmas one, if you have like really, really young kids, maybe
or
that
you
one
have a lot of,
sucks.
or you have a lot of family around you.
A lot of family. Yeah. Like maybe that like is a bummer because you got to go maybe visit family for, you know how that goes, like where you're doing your family get-togethers and shit. But I think it went, your kid's a little older, like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, like, yeah, you can sit there and enjoy a football game. I love it, man. Thanksgiving
they're
too.
either going to make my holidays really good or really bad. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
When I I had a great Christmas and the Bills lost. That's gonna.
I mean, I don't think they've heard us on a Christmas Thanksgiving
on a
game,
Thanksgiving game. We're undefeated so far.
Right? Yeah. Because I remember the last one was Lions, right? Because I went to a buffet. I went to a Thanksgiving buffet.
It was the Saints, and then it was the Cowboys. So we're
Cowboys. So when we played the Lions, we were in Detroit. Remember that for Thanksgiving? And I always go to Golden Corral for Thanksgiving. So of course I had to watch the game first, right? I can't fucking leave. So I watched the game, and that was a close game. If you guys remember, it came down to the Diggs catch. Remember the Diggs? Allen bombed it out. Remember that? Right before and one-handed. Yes, it put us in field goal range, and we won the game with the field goal. I went to Golden Corral right after, dude. And
they were mad.
They weren't like mad, but they were so quiet, dude. And I gotta say, there was a lot of Bills fans there. Like, I was surprised because there's no way they went to the game. They had to have been like just there at bars or something, just representing. But there was a ton of Bills Mafia there and and it was just awkward, like going to get, like my buffet, my plate of food.
Adrian, that is fantastic. The key to beating the Chiefs is letting McDermott make play calls on third down. Like, even go back to the Broncos game. At the end, we had a chance to get him off the field, 3rd and 14, and we gave
twice.
Yeah,
twice 3rd and long.
Yeah,
twice on that drive, which is unbelievable. Because if you get a stop there, right, it's 4th and 14. Like, they're going to probably punt it because there was like three minutes, I think, two and a half. They probably would have punted and hoped their defense stops us. But offensively, we were doing okay at that point. We were still driving. The problem was the turnovers. If you remember, that game started off great. We were driving no fucking problems. And then James Cook fumbled, and it kind of started the trend. You know what I mean? They got the ball rolling on the fucking turnovers.
Yeah, he did with D Ford in last year. Yeah, Josh has a game like that or two where he does throws a bunch of picks.
Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes.
Except last in the playoff game, if you go back and watch those picks, they were all like, they weren't bad picks. They weren't bad decisions. They just, the guys made good plays on the ball. Outside of the really bad fumble right before half, the other 3 turnovers weren't horrible decisions by Josh.
Yeah. And that play should have never even happened, though, before the half, to be honest with you. But either way, he needs to be better.
Held accountable.
Correct.
Got to hold him accountable.
You agreed to it, Alan, right?
Yeah.
So
hold the damn ball. Although I do really honestly believe Josh thought his 2 linemen that were standing there were going to get on the ball somehow.
But holding the ball out with one hand is just, I mean, you can't do that. I don't know what he's doing.
It was just dumb.
Just dumb. Yeah.
Playoff teams will be Ravens, Pats, Bills, Chiefs, Chargers, Colts, Texans. You think the Colts make the playoffs?
They're a decent team. I mean, they started off great last year until what's his name got hurt. So,
who'd they bring in? They brought in someone to. DJ's going to be back from his
Phillip Rivers.
No, I'm saying that this year it Minshew that they brought in?
I don't know.
They brought someone in until DJ was ready.
Okay.
Chiefs aren't making the playoffs. Their roster's trash.
Here's the thing.
I'll never count them out until they are officially eliminated.
I don't agree with that. I think they improved, man. They got a hell of a running back now.
They lost on the offense, yes. On defense, no. They lost their entire secondary.
No, I know, but I'm just saying offensively they gotten better. And Patrick Mahomes is coming back. They still got Andy Reid. They still got Spags.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Chris Jones does because he kind of had an off season like kind of.
Well, they were all kind of off last year.
Yeah. So,
but when you play that many games in a row, like seriously,
where you're dominant
for 7 straight years, they played into freaking February.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, it was wild.
You know, they were bound to have a bad.
It was season. It was bound to have, and then of course the injury was the cherry on top, right? Like, because they were already struggling before the injury. Like, I don't think they were making it anyways, but that was just like, you know what I mean? Like, it just happens that way, guys. Sometimes.
Yeah, you know, Allen is usually a gamer when it gets to the playoffs.
Yeah,
you know. The last year, all the Allen haters just waited and said, "See, I told you," and they act like that's how he always plays.
Yeah, yep.
Like even Cam came out and said he's a choker. You can't do it. Like, stop it.
But see what I'm saying about like people that act like that? They don't. Those people don't run out when he plays good and go, man, like. Dude, what a fucking game he had! Like,
they
you know what I mean?
Until he messes up, and then they talk about it, and they're like, "Oh, what a choker!"
Right, but
and
you know what I mean? They never want to give the dues.
In Cam's defense, he said it's not always Josh's play; he just can't elevate the team. I'm like, he can't go out on the field and stop 3rd and 14.
Right.
At some point, you got to put the onus on the coach, who's a defensive minded.
Yeah, and if you're right, and not only that, like the real hiccups in that game too, outside of the turnovers, where when defensive players got hurt and we had to bring in some guys that were rusty, haven't played.
Sean Payton went right after him.
He went right after him, and you would think Art McDermott, being a defensive guru, would understand. Okay,
and give that guy help.
Give the guy help. You would think, right, that he know. Plus, not only that, Sean Payton. Very well. He's thinking
he's going for the juggler.
I'm attacking. Yeah, like I'm going. And by the way, that's happened before in other games. I remember where other teams would go, "Oh, I'm gonna go attack, their weak spot." You know what we don't do? We don't do that on offense. You never notice that? A player goes down and we don't attack that side. We've been guilty of that.
Here's the question.
Yeah. Oof. Who's the best quarterback
at this point of Josh's career? I would say Josh. He hasn't had the most success because Kelly went to Super Bowls. Correct. Josh is a better player.
So I agree with Mikey. So here, and the reason why is the reality is that fucking Bills team
running.
You
put Josh.
They were stacked, dude.
Listen, we talked about it. Remember, we went and did it. If we put Josh Allen, on those teams, do they win? And they won. They won.
Yeah, they were guys. You're talking about Myles Garrett now, Bruce Smith. Let's be real, right? Like, we had
Herman
that
Thomas,
Myles Garrett.
Andre
we had
Reed, James Lofton.
Right. Cornelius Bennett, Daryl Talley.
We had guys closing stuff out.
Odoms. Like, we had danger. And then we had the offensive line, right? Like, that was legit. Like, that was a legit team. You know what I mean? Like, from both sides of the ball. It just was in a really tough era of other teams that were loaded as well. And it was just, we had our opportunity in 90 and we blew it, guys. I mean, it's, that's it. It was tough. Those Dallas teams were stacked, dude.
I'm not going to call him washed. That guy was so talented. I hope he's not ever going to be as good.
Oh, Jones?
That guy wrecked our playoffs single-handedly.
He had a rough season though last year. He definitely. He had a tough time, but we'll see. He's still. We'll see what happens this year with him.
The roster did not improve because of Ken Walker. We'll have to see what that offensive line can do.
And you don't know if they're done adding. And they still have Rashee Rice, who, if he can stay,
we'll get out of jail in a month.
Right. And he had the knee thing, right? That he's recovering in jail. Right? He has to rehab in jail. But if he comes back and stays out of trouble. He's a good player. He's a really good player. So, but I am assuming, though, that he's going to get some suspension from the NFL. So that's something to watch for, too.
That's a great question, Eric. I have no idea how he remembers all those different freaking handshakes.
Oh, it's crazy, right? With all the different players.
But he's so smart. I mean, everyone talks about how smart he is. That's why I never understood why we don't run more no huddle and let Josh just call plays.
I would love it, dude. I don't know why they don't give him the keys.
It could have been a McDermott thing. We'll see if if
he gives him the keys sometimes,
yeah, you know,
yeah.
if they give Josh the keys and let him just go out there. Allen is such a choker that he's second all time in playoff history and fourth quarter go ahead TDs. I know, right?
All right. Let's get to this.
Yeah,
and then
we're
we'll
almost an hour and a half in, and we
Yeah,
haven't touched on so many of them.
We're down to the last one. All around defense is saying so. It says that the Bills' defense roster remains healthy and plays effectively. It will create an immersive defensive coverage for opponents that may prove difficult to cut through, get over, or find their way around. If the scheme works, it can create the pressure and traffic that makes life difficult for the team's quarterback, and that's really what Jim Leonhard's defense is about. Confusing the quarterback and putting a lot of pressure. It's less easy to make plays and keep offensive drives alive when pockets are collapsing, gaps and run lanes are closed, and passing targets are covered. Time will tell if this defense woes have been remedied. But the formula does appear to be there for Buffalo. Now, you see, that talk was never there with McDermott. You never heard all of that going, wow, confusing quarterbacks and throwing different looks. And
you did early, but not late.
Not late,
like,
not really.
Like
I mean, early
once,
on.
What's his name?
Frazier
left.
Yeah,
and McDermott took over. You stopped hearing about that. I want to touch on this comment here. Allen has no Super Bowl win, or Kelly has no Super Bowls, but has 4 appearances. Knew how to lead a team. Josh is too unpredictable. Kelly was solid and reliable in the playoffs. You go back and actually you look at Josh's stats versus Kelly's stats in the playoffs. Not even close.
Yeah,
Kelly. I love Jim Kelly
too. He has some bad.
I love Jim Kelly.
Yeah,
but that defense, you give Josh Allen that defense, we have Super Bowls.
Absolutely. If you give us a mediocre defense. Guys, I went over this last time. 28 points a game, 30 points a game is not going to cut it. You got to get that down to at least 25, and we would have been fine. But
you get it to 25, we win a bunch of those games.
We win. Yeah, there's no – exactly. So that's what we're hoping for, guys, this year. Because the offense is not going to be a problem. I promise you. If anything, the offense is going to be better. It's the defense that I think is what has fans, really intrigued. Because we all know the reality is. And the reality is if this defense can be better, there's a real opportunity for this team to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Wade Phillips, 90-93, 13 TDs, 14 turnovers in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Jim Kelly, but that team was so stacked.
It was stacked, yeah.
So stacked.
Yeah.
I think Wade Phillips was the best.
Wade Phillips was a good coach, man. He was a good coach.
Yeah, Wade Phillips was a real good coach.
Yeah.
Sally comp to compare with Josh's Andrew Luck. All kinds of good stats. No Super Bowl appearances yet. The difference is Andrew Luck had to retire early.
Dude, speaking of Andrew Luck, real quick, Mikey, I on my YouTube timeline the other day, Eric Ebron. It was like a podcast he was talking about the day he retired, 3rd week of the preseason. I totally forgot about that.
I saw the Eric Ebron thing.
You saw that, which is fucking bonkers. And then I'm like, I haven't seen some highlights in a while of
he was so good.
Oh, bro.
Andrew Luck was so good.
You know who too else on that team? T.Y. Hilton was fucking good, bro. Like that dude was electric when he got the ball, man.
Listening to Eric Ebron talk about how the head trainer there messed up Peyton Manning's neck and then turn around and messed up Andrew Luck, and they wouldn't get rid of him is wild.
It's wild. Yeah, dude. Like it's. And then I also heard the Andrew Luck interview that he had with Big Cat from Barstool and why he retired. And I love when players are honest or people are honest like that. But he basically said, look, if you want to play quarterback in this league, you got to be 100% committed. Like you got to be 100% in. And I wasn't.
He was tired of being hurt is basically what he said.
Yeah. He was just tired of being hurt and going through the motions is basically what it was. And he didn't, and because he was feeling that way, he was done.
Smart. The guy's super freaking smart.
But
and
dude,
he knew
so good.
Yeah, he was so good.
Bro, he was physical too, bro. Like when he ran, he kind of like Allen.
Kind of like Allen, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he would go right at you, bro. Like
he wasn't as athletic, but he was a better pocket passer.
Yeah, dude, he was precise. His passing was fucking on point. Dude.
He was so good.
He was on point. Like he got there right where he wanted.
When you got a chance to draft him, you let a legendary Hall of Famer, Peyton Manning, walk away because
they knew what they had
coming in. Because Peyton said you have to draft this kid.
Even Peyton, even Peyton was like, dude, you got to do it. I get it. I think his dad was involved in that. Wasn't Manning's dad even like recruiting? Like they knew, you know what I mean? Like, but dude, that dude was. I forgot how good he was in that time frame. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He retired mad early, bro.
Yeah, he got sick of it and he was out.
He was out.
But it's Bills fans decided. Kelly was great. Kelly's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Hall of
Famer. Right. Yeah.
But I think whether Josh makes a Super Bowl or not, which I absolutely hope he does, and I think he's going to at some point, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. The dude has, is a touchdown machine.
Yeah.
Those type of stats don't prevent you from being in the Hall of Fame. Like, dude's going to get in the Hall of Fame whether he wins it or not. He's an MVP.
Absolutely.
It's almost locked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless something happens and he's gone in like the next 2 years, only way he doesn't make it. But if he plays another 5-10 years,
it just keeps adding on to his stats and achievements. Yeah, I mean, same with Lamar. Let's be real. Same with Lamar. If Lamar doesn't win a Super Bowl, but he continues to add these numbers and achievements and awards or whatever, it's going to be tough. He's probably going to go. You know what I mean, in the Hall of Fame. Like it's just there is players that don't have rings. Obviously, we have multiple that's in the Hall of Fame with no rings. So.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's true because I really believe on 999 that they're going to make sure that AJ gets his touches because
absolutely.
You have to remember Vrabel and AJ have a great relationship. And I don't care what happens year one. I think AJ's going to be on his best behavior because him and Vrabel are close. It's what happens after year one is what would concern me.
Yeah. If things aren't going so smoothly is where AJ Brown starts to
check out.
Check out. Yeah, that's and he's still got a young quarterback. Though I trust Drake May. I think Drake May is legit, and I don't think he'll regress like CJ Stroud or anything like that, but you never know. I mean, things change sometimes year to year. You know what I mean? Like I'm very interested to see how the Patriots play this year with the schedule they have. You know what I mean? Like this is it. Like this is a test. Now you want to test.
Better. They're better now than they were at the end of last year.
They are, but they also had a very to be honest with you, the toughest opponent they had during the regular season that they beat were the Bills, and that came down the wire.
And I'm not crapping on them, or I'm saying
no, I'm not either. I'm just saying this season will be a test.
It will be a test, but I truly believe that they got better this offseason.
Absolutely, they did. They didn't get get worse.
Right, their defense was always good, but they've done wonders.
And then they got a true number one who's a legit number one. I mean, AJ Brown. Absolutely, they got better.
The question becomes: Does Drake May? Did what happened to him at the end in the playoffs affect him going forward?
That's what I'm saying. That's time.
14-3 again with that type of 999 says.
Well, they go 14-3, bro. Then they're on they're on a hell of a pace to do some really great things. Because I'm not knocking them either. I think they're I still have them. What did I have them? I had them at like 11 wins this year, 10, 11 wins. Like
10, 11
they're
wins?
A playoff team. Yeah. So and that's not a knock. By the way.
I think we actually had them at 10 because it was plus minus 10.5.
Okay. Which is still playoffs. And I
had them at 11. You had them at 10.
Okay. Still even 10. I mean, 10, 11. I mean, that's not a knock. This is going to be a very tough year for the East. Bro, you see the Dolphins schedule? Bro, I looked over the Dolphins schedule with Captain D. Bro, I have them winning like 2-3 games. Bro, they have a tough
and if you talk to TD, he went on his podcast and said that the Dolphins are going to sweep the Bills.
Bro, he's insane, bro. Like that schedule, bro. Like there's only a few games where I'm like I think they split maybe with the Jets. I'll give them that.
They're better this year than they were last year. He's out
of his mind. They lost so much key pieces, bro. I don't, and you have no idea what Malik Willis is going to be like as a full-time starter.
Does Tyreek end up?
It's interesting too, man.
Because there's Diggs, there's Tyreek, there's a bunch of really good
He's
players
just sitting out there. Yeah. Yep. Let's finish this up because we're an hour 30 in. So and maybe we skip some stuff tonight. But anyways, the 3 reasons why the Bills offense, Mikey, will improve in 2026. First up, top targets. Says for 2 years, the same issues have surrounded Buffalo's offense. Not enough separation, not enough explosive plays outside the numbers. Too much Shakir, too many screens, resulting in too much predictability. It hasn't stopped Josh Allen and company from racking up points, but it has presented the quarterback with limitations and a passing game that, with the right weapons, could be dominant. Elijah Moore is the headlining addition. He's the closest thing this room has had a true X receiver since the Diggs era and a route runner. I think they meant DJ Moore. Because Elijah Moore, can gain leverage at the top of the route tree stem and give Allen an elite target on the first read, which was a problem last year on the first reads. Behind him, Keon Coleman is going to have his chance to show out if he could play to his billing and role for which he was drafted. He enters year 3 with a leaner and more agile, strong build and clear runway to the contested catch and red zone and roll. Shakir will continue to thrive in the slot, whereas yards after catch numbers are explosive, which is true, but also time at different receiver positions as well. Beyond them, they are supported by the rotation of Palmer. We'll see if he's here. Rookie Skylar Bell, who could have an immediate impact. If Dalton Kincaid stays healthy with him and Knox in 2 tight end sets, along with the receiving running backs, Joe Brady suddenly has a couple handfuls of legitimate playmaking target distributors. That's not just a check down offense that might get you yards after the catch. That's a problem for opposing coordinators. What do you think? Okay. Mikey agrees. Reinforced offensive line. What do you think?
They're deeper, but I don't know if Corbett or
It's a step above
or Anderson are going to be a step above Edwards. But they're deep.
I don't think it's a big step down. To be honest with you.
I think it's more of a push. I've told you that. I think it's
a push. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. But I do think we had some more depth, though. Is that fair? With the guy we signed in the draft.
Yeah, we're we're deeper.
Yeah.
We're not as top heavy because I think Edwards was really smart and good.
Yeah.
But I think we are deeper with Cushenberry and Corbett and
Alec.
Signing
him, re-signing him. Yep.
And
then the guy, the rookie
draft pick.
Yep.
Bowery.
Yep. Joe Brady says Brady's scheme has always been built around the quarterback's strengths. In Buffalo with Allen, it means unlocking and unleashing his elite abilities while continuing to refine and develop rough edges as an offensive play car and system where the players know the language and run the game and blah, blah, blah. Jim Leonhard's defense can make it so the offense doesn't need to overcompensate for weaknesses on the other side of the ball, which would give Brady, Allen, and the offense more anatomy in 2026 to execute a higher and more efficient level than they did during Allen's MVP campaign, which is true. Like, and that's what we kind of talked about, where McDermott was hurting this team by making the offense, run this slow, methodical drives to kind of cater to his defense on the side. And if you don't have the problem on defense, you could turn the volume up on the offense and let them do their thing if you're not so concerned about your defense on the other side, right? Like, and that's what we're getting to. If the defense can handle their job, go ahead and score quick. Go ahead and put up points. Like, not a problem. You know what I mean? The defense will be fine. Because McDermott was so concerned about defense not getting, a breather. If the offense scores too quick, got to throw the defense. Bro, if your defense can handle the job, it doesn't matter. Let the offense do their thing and rack up the points. You know what other thing, too, we won't see, I hope we don't see with the Brady era, is when we get leads, don't fucking let your fucking foot off the pedal.
Yeah.
Mash that fucking pedal down. And
if they're anything like Sean Payton, they will.
Yeah, mash that fucking pedal down and get some points on the board. Let's see here.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Extremely concerned about Oliver breaking down. 3 separate times he's ramped up and got hurt each time. Glad they loaded up on the D-line. What's your take on that? I mean, he's not wrong.
Extremely concerned about Oliver breaking down. 3 separate times he ramped up and got hurt each time. Glad they so I am a little bit concerned because now he's doing this. Something happened again where, I don't think it's anything serious. It's a scope thing. But like the one thing I'll say it's good is he's young still, right? So it's not like an aging player. We got to, worry about that. But maybe they use him more. Maybe he has less snap count this year because we have, a bit there on the line that we could rotate a little bit more with him. But yeah, I think I would say it's slightly concerning with Ed Oliver. But is there a way out? I don't think so, right? I think they paid him and they just restructured him too, right?
Yeah.
So I think
2 years.
Yeah, so I think we just gotta hope that he that they use him right for one, and that scope helps him out. Whatever he went out there, he did recently and cleaned out whatever he needed to clean out again. And let's hope for all the players to have a healthy year.
I will also say,
man,
going forward, they're going to be on grass too. That's going to help.
Which is going to help a lot. Yeah, absolutely. We'll start going through these pretty quick, Mikey, so we're not on here too long. 6 Bulls players under major pressure heading into training camp. So these are guys that are going to be on their bubble, basically. DeMar Hamlin. What do you think about him?
I don't think he makes the roster.
I don't think so
I wouldn't
either.
even call him bubble player. I think he's a training camp body.
I think he's a training camp body and a practice squad guy. Jimmy I didn't even know this guy was still on the fucking team.
Yeah,
Jimmy Charlo.
He's a practice squad guy.
Yeah. McCole Hardman. That's an interesting one.
I think he's truly battling. Gerald Porter Jr. was already cut.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Mike Dana. I also think he could be on the bubble. I just don't.
He's a bubble guy. Rabel's a bubble guy.
He's a bubble guy, and that's it. Who else do you think is on the bubble? Because that's all they got here. Anybody else?
Stone? Is it? It's not DJ Stone. That's our boy. What's
his
name?
That's our Stone. Gino Stone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
DJ
Stone. DJ Stone, you're on the bubble, man.
So that's our boy, DJ Stone.
Yeah, it is.
Gino Stone, I think he's a bubble guy with Kilgore and all those guys. Like
he could be. You're right.
There's no guarantee that he's going to make it.
Yeah, I think Palmer's even I think he's a toss-up. What they do here, they could cut him. They could save a little bit. They're not going to save a lot, but they could. They could trade him. I just thought it would have to be a team that's desperate for a receiver, and they see something in him.
Let's see something. I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah, go ahead and pull something.
Spot track. I'm just gonna look to see what moving off of him would look like.
Yeah. And then we're almost done with the articles. We only got like 2 more, and then we'll do that chat thing that I told you about the best duos.
Moving off of, we said Palmer, cut post 1. We cut him post 1. Damn. We saved 2.3, dead cap 9.4.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 2.5, but 2.3. Okay. That's not bad. But we're going to eat a little bit.
Post 1. If we trade him, we dead caps to 1.6 and we save 10.
Correct, which is the key. Like if Bean can somehow maneuver that, right? Then at least I'll give him a pass.
Palmer's only 27.
I get it, but he's also, by the way, still recovering.
And Oliver's not that young either. He's 29.
Yeah, Palmer's also on the sideline, right? No TAs, recovering from what? I have no idea. Like, how is this guy still hurt? I mean, my God, Mikey. I just
right now, if we cut him next year, we save 5.8. We dead caps 4.8. If it's post June 1,
which we're here,
it's 9 and 1.6. No, next year.
Right.
If we keep him
next
this year,
year.
then we let him go next year.
Got you. We know what it could boil down to is in camp. Like let's say Palmer. Let's say Palmer's still rehabbing somehow. He's still on the sideline on the bicycle, right? And you got Skylar Bell out there. Let's say Skylar Bell is looking decent, right? Or good, right? Healthy. For me, there's no need for Scott at that point. You know what I mean? Like, what are we going to keep this guy around when he's not even in camp? I'm just saying, right? Or let's say he's healthy and he's just not, it's just not looking good. He's not getting good reps. You know what I mean? He's not really working with the ones, let's say, at some point. Like, it's going to come down to that because listen, I'd rather eat the dead cap than have a guy just out there waste on the 53 is what I'm trying to say. So I don't see it in him. I just don't, Mikey.
Yeah,
like, I know
next year we can't cut Oliver. 22 million dead cap.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like Oliver's here. Like he ain't going nowhere.
A post-1 trade would save us 16, dead cap of 11. A post-1 cut would be the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I think you try to move on from Palmer. However, if a team's willing to bite, you know what I mean? They really need a receiver. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, definitely. I would 100%. Because you know what? I'd rather do that and pick up a free agent receiver like, what's his name? The veteran. God, what's his name, Mikey, that I always bring up? He was good forever. With the
D-Hop?
Yeah, I'll take D-Hop over Palmer all day, every day. You kidding? And he would come cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, get rid of Palmer and pick up D-Hop. I'll take D-Hop all day over Palmer. At least I know D-Hop can catch a damn ball for sure. If it's thrown his direction, there's one thing we know. D-Hop will come down with the ball. I can't say that for sure for Palmer. I can't. And same with Cooks, by the way. And that's why I don't want Cooks back because, yeah, Cooks can get open, guys. But can he catch the fucking ball? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, it does nothing if you get open, he can't catch the ball. Doesn't mean no good.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, like, even what's his name would have made the catch. Cooper would have made that fucking catch last year. He would have held on the goddamn ball. He would have, right? A lot of people, right? Hold the goddamn ball. Anyways, let's get to the next one. What are we on right now? We are on. Oh, okay. The post cuts. Let's see, and then we're on the last thing, pretty much. Let's see here.
I don't want to get rid of Palmer. I don't think we were going to get rid of Palmer. I want to see what Palmer looks like in this offense, but we're paying a lot of freaking money to be wide receiver 3 or 4.
All right, so here's the cut candidates, Mikey, according to SI. SVP, what do you think? Cut candidate?
No, we'll trade him before we cut him.
Okay. Mitch, I think he's a cut candidate. I think if Tommy
get cut, I think our punter's going to win the job.
Yeah, the rookie. Yep. Ty Johnson. That's an interesting name. What do you think? You think they keep him or cut him?
No, they'll keep him.
Who's going to replace him? I don't know, but it's still an interesting. You never know. He kind of had a rocky year last year. All right, so the next one is going to be guys that we could pick up post guys that could potentially be cut from other teams. Let's see here. So cut candidates the Buffalo Bills could target. So number one, what do you think about Blake Cashman, linebacker?
No
Possible cut.
Pass.
No thanks. Mikey says pass. What do you think about John Runyon, guard from the Giants? Mikey's interested in that one if he gets cut. Okay, what about Bobby Brown the third?
Please. Yes, please.
He had a tough year, a rough year last year, but
give me that big body. Give me that big, sexy body in the middle.
You want some Bobby Brown, huh?
Give me that big, sexy body in the middle.
Every little step I take. Oh my God! Hey, Mikey, don't be cruel.
Listen, show the big men some love.
Don't be cruel.
Give me that big, sexy body. In the middle.
Oh my God! All right, so we're down to we're down to the Bills Wire predictions. You're funny.
What about Brandon Ayuk? He may be cut.
Yeah, what do you think?
Would you
He's
take
good.
a freaking flyer on him?
He's really good, but he has some head problems.
Talk about head problems.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing 100 around the stadium on game days. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Anyways,
filming himself to do it, which is even worse.
Right, and filming it. Yeah.
Like, let's let the the California sheriffs.
Right. See what I'm doing because speed, going triple the mileage, right? Triple over the miles per hour. That's gone so well for NFL players.
They've signed 2, Eric. They've signed an undrafted free agent, and then they signed one off of the Phillies team. It'll be interesting to see that battle in training camp of which fullback wins the job.
Yep. You ready for the Bills Wire game-by-game predictions? Let's see it.
Sure. Let's do this.
Let's see if you agree. All right, here we go. At Houston, it says if Joe Brady's first game as head coach, plus the Bills will want to get revenge for recent Houston losses, they have us winning. What do you think?
I'm with you.
Mikey's with it. Okay, Detroit Lions, week 2. First game at new Highmark Stadium. It has to be a win. Record 2-0. What do you think?
I'm with it.
All right, week 3, Chargers. The Bills could find themselves on a shootout here. At home, that's a win. Record 3-0.
Got it.
All right, Mikey agrees. New England, home against New England. After losing the East last season, motivation will be high to beat the Patriots in 2026. Record 4-0. They have us winning.
I'm with it.
All right, week 5, Rams. What do you think they're going to say? Just curious. And I don't think this came out after. It's an L? Okay, they have us as an L.
4-0. I think we go to LA and we lose.
They agree with you. The Rams are potentially the best team in the NFL. It could be a tough one for the Bills landing a lot.
I don't think we're going to get blown out. I think it's going to be a really good game, but I could see us losing that game.
All right. I don't think so, but okay. Week 6 at Raiders. They have us winning. I mean, I would think so. Week 7 bye week. Now, week 8.
Listen, if we get to week 7 and we're 5-1,
that's a great start.
I agree. A fantastic start.
I agree.
With how hard our opening gauntlet was.
That's a gauntlet. Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't get easier, by the way. Week 8, Baltimore says that we lose.
At home? Not at home.
Yeah,
if we were in Baltimore, I would agree, but being at home, I think we win.
They're saying the Bills had a great record post-bye week with Sean as head coach, but he is gone. This feels bound to happen, is why they're saying.
If we were on the road, I would agree. But with us being home,
that's fair.
I think we win.
That's fair. That's fair. Week 9 at Minnesota, they have us winning.
Okay.
All right.
If it's Kyler Murray, there's a chance that we lose that one. Those are the type of games we lose.
Yeah, I mean Murray's he's hit or miss though. He has his moments, man. So I don't know. You know what Murray shows up, right? Is it really the question?
On the road, I could see us losing that one, but I'm going to say win.
Yeah,
so which I get. 7-1 still.
Okay. The Jets
8-1.
The Dolphins, they have us winning.
9-1.
Kansas City Chiefs. What do you think they'll say? Thanksgiving. What do you think they'll say?
I think they're going to say we lose.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. It's a toss-up.
They have us winning.
Okay, then we're going to lose because they always have us losing. And then we win.
Week 13 at New England, they have us losing.
Hold on. So I think we're going to lose one of these. I really do.
Okay.
This might be the one we lose. So I would actually have us at 9-2 as well.
Okay. So you have us losing the Patriots, correct?
No, I was winning the Patriots against the Patriots.
So we're going to sweep the Patriots, home and okay. Wow. All right. At Green Bay, they have us winning.
So I have 10-2. So now at the Packers, I have us at 10-3. I think we lose against the Packers.
Okay, so you think we lose there? What about Chicago? They have us losing to Chicago.
No, I have us beating Chicago.
Okay.
So then we go to 11-3.
All right. Denver, they have us losing.
At Denver, I think we're going to win this one because it's going to be a payback, and I think we go to 12-3. Then we go to 13-3,
and Jets.
Then we go to 14-3. Actually, we might actually go 13-4 because there's a chance that we're not playing anybody in this last week, and we lose.
Right. So, but I would say, to be fair, that record prediction that they have us finishing at 12-5 is a fair assessment.
It is. I think we're going to be between 12-5 and 14-3 is where I kind of we'll fall.
I think that's fair. I said I think we have
there's a couple in there that could have been either way.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be 13-4.
Yeah, but when I look at that schedule, though, I got to say when I look at when I go back and look at the schedule, Mikey, if we do come out the gate.
And we're 6-1 going into the bye. I think.
But I'm just saying. I'm just talking about that first 1, 2, 3, 4. That first five games.
Yeah.
Right. If we could beat the Texans, right? Which, because I'm going by what our team this new era Bills is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right away, right. So right away, we're facing an elite defense. I mean, there's no question about it, right? They're elite, right? This isn't us, boosting up the Texans. They're that good. If we win That's what I'm saying. Their defense. That's what But if our offense in week 1 and we can look good against that team, that defense, and we win, that is a really great start for this team. Like a good, like where we're off to, we can expect some good things, right? If we could look good against an elite defense and win. Then week 2 against the Lions, who was a really good offense, if our defense, which we're questioning, right? Like, okay, what will we see? If they can look good against that team, right? And we get
what
the
if we win a shootout?
Well, then I would say, depending on then I would say time, to be discussed, because that's still a lot of points, right? What are you talking about? Shootout 42-40, shit like that?
Yeah.
Right. Then that to me, that tells me nothing yet. That tells me our defense still needs work, right? At that point. You know what I mean? Like, I still think that's a lot of points to give up. I want to see at least against the line. Like, what would you think would be a respectable number against a good offense? Just curious. Like against the Lions or the Rams. Like, what do you think is where you're going, okay, like the defense played pretty good here?
28.
Exactly kind of where I was at, 27, 28.
Those are some elite offenses.
That's what I'm saying. So
you
if
slow them down, you don't stop them.
Right. So let's say the Bills defense holds the Lions under 30 and we win, let's say it's still a shootout, 33-27.
I don't think that's really a shootout, though, because that's what the Bills usually
30-27. It's still kind of but that's close. It comes down to a drive. That's a drive.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I don't think it's a shootout.
No, I know what you're saying, but back
Bills
and forth.
Rams did. Yeah.
Well, even the Lions and Bills, which was still a 43-40 game,
yeah.
right? I think that would be okay.
That's a shootout. Like,
well, I'm talking about competitive. Let's say competitive.
Okay, competitive games, that's different.
Okay. So then you go against the Chargers, which has a good offense, right? We can agree on that. If the Bills defense can hold them, right, and look good
this year with McDaniel there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then you got the Patriots at home, which now added AJ Brown, right?
And a good defense.
Right, and then you got the Rams. Now, if they can get through that schedule, those first 5 games, 4-1.
I'll be happy with 3-2, honestly.
Right, but 4-1. I mean, and then you got the Raiders. You got a bye week. You got the Ravens, the Vikings, the Jets. It gets a little easier with the Vikings, Jets, Dolphins, and then you got the Chiefs.
Depends what Vikings.
And then you got another tough.
Is.
No, I know, but it's a little bit of a compared to the first half of the season. I'm saying, then it gets tough, and then it gets.
You go back to 2 years ago, Vikings. They were 14-3.
Oh, absolutely.
They were dominant. We don't know what that Vikings.
We don't know. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I'm just as of now. Right near as we say, because we don't know. But I'm just saying, as of now, I would say
off of last year's Vikings, or I would yes.
Right. So then you got the Jets, Dolphins, right? So I would say the Vikings, Jets, Dolphins, that like 3-game stretch. I think it's I'm not saying they're all I'm not saying the Vikings are a pushover. I'm just saying, like, compared to the Texans, Lions, Chargers, Patriots, Rams, right? It's a little bit of a relief, right? But then you got the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Packers, the Bears, the Broncos. Like, that is another tough stretch, Mikey. Like, that's not.
See, everyone's just putting the Bears as this elite team. We don't know,
but they're good. Be. No, we don't.
They were good last year. We'll find out.
I'm going on. This year. I'm just going on what they were last year. You know what I mean? Okay. You're right, though. You have no idea. And same with but that kind of can be said with the Patriots, though, Mikey.
The Patriots, it can be said with the Broncos. Like, there's a lot of them that we don't know what they're going to be. You have to remember the Broncos had massive changes in their coaching staff.
No, I get that.
With Carmichael and Leonhard coming to us, and then them upgrading Davis Webb to OC and giving him play call duty. Sean Payton's no longer calling plays. Davis Webb is calling the plays.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not those stretches are. It's gonna listen. They're putting us to a test. It is a test. Now we don't know how these teams will be. You're right. We have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, at least for some of them, you are right. Like, we don't know if the second year Bears under what's his name, Ben Johnson, will be the same as the first year Ben Johnson. Because the guys remember too,
DJ Moore anymore.
And Mikey's right. Like, Dable first year with the Giants, people were expecting the same results in year 2 of Dable, and didn't go that way, right? And then you're right with the Patriots, it could backfire. I don't think so, but you're right. It's only been 1 year. You gotta be consistent. So we'll see. All right. So we're down to the last thing of the night, by the way.
Yeah. So going back to this one, it says, which game do you think will be the one that will be how the hell did you lose? We better not have any of those games, Eric, because with our schedule, we better win the layup ones.
Dude, absolutely. Like that last year.
That will be
Dolphin,
the difference between us winning the division and not.
Yeah, that can't happen. The Falcons game can't happen.
The Falcons, the Dolphins,
the Dolphins
are the reason why we didn't win the division last year.
Absolutely. And scoring 3 points at the half, by the way, 0, I think, against the Dolphins in that game is unacceptable. Against bat. Now, look, the Falcons defense is better than Dolphins defense, but come on, man. You got to beat the Falcons. Not much, you know what I'm saying? But come on, like, those are games you got to win. That's what I'm saying.
Just do whatever they want to do them.
Everything. Same with the Dolphins. Dolphins we just did not come to play that game. I have no idea what the fuck happened. There was multiple,
like in the mid-season, there was a multiple that we just didn't come to play.
No, not at all. The offense was just I have no idea what was going on. That's true. I forgot about Waddle.
They have Waddle now.
Yeah, they did. They traded for him.
Yeah, I didn't forget that.
Oh, I didn't. I totally forgot.
What Waddle do you get? Do you get super healthy, really good Waddle, or do you get banged up, never on the field Waddle?
All right, that's true. Yeah. Time will tell. Like I said, this season
Waddle talent
gonna be interesting.
Super good. Production-wise, hasn't been great.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. This season gonna be interesting, no doubt about it. Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I was pissed, dude, that game. Last thing of the night, Mikey, and we'll get out of here because we're 2 hours in.
Yeah.
All right, so Mikey, and if you want to add to this, whatever, if you guys in the chat want to add to this. So I asked the chat what the greatest Buffalo Bills duos of all time is. Number 1, they have Kelly, Andre Reed. Would you agree with that?
No, I think it's Kelly Thomas.
Okay. They have that as number 2.
Thurman Thomas in the pass game was elite.
He was unbelievable.
And he was the MVP. I would put him number 1.
I might agree with that. But I could also see the argument on the other hand, though. Andre Reed and Jim Kelly had a really
They were great.
Yeah.
I don't think they were better than Kelly to Thomas.
Number 3, Bruce Smith and Bennett.
I actually might put them ahead of Kelly and Reed. That actually might be number 1 in my. That was a fearsome duo, dude.
Yeah,
that might be number 1, really.
They were sick, man. Bruce Smith and Darryl Talley.
Nope. I would say Josh and Diggs here.
Okay. There's Diggs. Man, look at you, Mike. You knew Diggs that was coming around the corner, huh? So you would swap them right there. I might agree with you on that one.
Josh and Diggs were elite together, man.
Yeah. Allen and Dion coming at 6. What do you think?
I mean, you can put Allen and a lot of people.
Right. But Dion's been there a long time.
Yeah, I just don't put – he's not really that type of player to where I would say
a duo. Gotcha. Okay, it's fair. O.J. Simpson and this guy, which I know is really, really good. He was the electric company. He was the offensive line. So I'll just agree with that. Do agree with that because I know
I don't really add offensive linemen in there due to the fact of, yes, they're a piece of it, but they don't put up stats.
Okay, that's fair enough. Thurman and Andre.
I don't really look at them as a duo.
No, okay, all right. Ultimate skill position duo. I mean, I don't know. I might.
Okay, if you want to look at it that way, I guess.
All right. Bills Mount Rushmore. Kelly and Reed, Kelly and Thurman, Bruce and Bennett, Bruce and Darryl, Allen and Diggs.
Like, where's Allen and Cook?
He's not. Well, it's only been a couple years.
If you go up, like Allen and Cook could be something coming up.
But I don't think they're. I think maybe you could replace Dion with Cook.
I mean, today, maybe. Allen and Dion, due to the length of it, yes. I think Allen and Cook's production wise will get there. I think they're next.
It says if Josh ever wins a Super Bowl, there's a very good chance Allen and whoever his top weapon at the time jumps in the top 3, or Allen himself may become the greatest Bills of all time. Allen already owns several major.
He's going to be the greatest Bill of all time. He's going to surpass Bruce.
Yes,
he's not there yet.
Correct.
I would say Josh is the second right now.
I'm with you.
And go Bruce, Josh, Jim.
Dude, if Allen won a Super Bowl, like if we win a Super Bowl and Allen is the quarterback, he goes past everybody. And I love Bruce Smith. I think Bruce Smith is the greatest Buffalo Bill player of all time still. I still have him there. But Super Bowl matter, right? It's something that matters, especially in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a question, though. What if the Bills did win a Super Bowl?
What about him?
Does Allen jump Bruce Smith as the greatest of all time? Let's say I'm just
not just because he won a Super Bowl, but by the time he's all said and done, probably.
Okay.
Because I look at impact in Buffalo. Like, Bruce was one of the most dominant defenders ever while he was a Bill.
Yeah.
Josh is, when it's all said and done, could be one of the most dominant
quarterbacks
players ever. And if he has a Super Bowl, then yes.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, Bruce Smith still is the all-time sack leader.
No, you're right.
Cole, if they get a healthy Waddle, they could be dangerous. James is similar to Thomas. Ooh, this is an elite one. Keon Coleman's and cookies. Duos, Tommy. Coleman and cookies.
Who do you say?
Coleman's and cookies.
Coleman and cookies. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, they're just getting started, Paul. You're right. But I have a feeling they could get there.
Let's see here.
All right. Are we ready to wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah.
So I can go eat? I've been munching on chips over here.
Poor Mikey. Oh, my God.
I've been munching on cheese puffs.
There was a cool thing I'm going to get to with you next week. By the way, I don't know if you.
I gave mine. What was your retro prediction?
I thought I told you. I think I had us at 13 wins, I believe, was my.
So you were 13-4 as well?
I believe so. I had us. Let me see here. I have us winning against the Texans, the Lions, the Chargers, the Patriots. I think we do beat the Rams, believe it or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll beat the Raiders 6. We'll beat the Ravens 7. We'll beat the Vikings, Jets 8, 9, 10. We beat the Chiefs. I think we split with the Patriots. So there's one loss. Beat the Packers. I think we beat the Bears. Jesus, am I being a homer right now? I got us a 1 win, 1 loss. There has to be I think we lose against the Jets the final week. So there's 2. And I think.
Yes, you're being a little bit of a homer. You think in this type of schedule, we're going to go 15-2. Yes, you're a homer. I mean, call it what it is. We're not going 15-2, brother.
Damn it, Mikey. I mean, honestly, you know what it is? It's tough because all right. So hear me out real quick before you go. I honestly think we're capable of winning every game, and that's not being cocky. I just feel like our team is not this bum ass team where like, oh man, we're a tough opponent, we can't win that game. Like, it's funny because when we have our,
I don't think we're gonna win them, but I
pre games
chance to win all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like there's always it's tough to me to go against our team when we have a chance. Like I just don't see it where like there's just no. For instance, like we're against the Rams. I can't sit here and be like, bro, they're so good, Mikey. Like I just don't see how we could beat them. I know, but I just
win in every game.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why
I
have
in your heart. Which ones do you think are 50-50 and you call one a loss?
The Rams are 100% 50-50.
But you told me I'm wrong. We're gonna win.
I think we will. But you're saying you asked me hypothetical. What could be a 50-50 game? I'm telling
Rams,
you,
50-50.
Rams for sure.
Ravens.
I think we split with the Patriots. I just do. I think the Ravens, for as good as they played us, for some reason we have their number.
At home we do. On
at
the road
home,
we don't.
No, but even in the playoffs, I mean, we've had their number. Like, and we're at home.
Regular season, they usually have ours. We're the Chiefs. To where in the regular season they'll get us, but in the playoffs we get them.
They didn't get us last year. They did not. You know what I mean? So I still think we're and they got a new coach there now, so who knows how things will go with them. But you're right. I mean, it could be a 50-50 game, but I still think we win. So 50-50 game. I'm going to say the Rams for sure, and I'm going to say the Chiefs.
Okay.
The Chiefs are always a
So you
dog
think
fight.
you think we're gonna go 14-3?
Yeah, and then also too, if you want, if I'm
you say the
if I'm
last
gonna throw
game,
it,
then we're going 13-4.
if I'm gonna throw another like 50-50 game, I would say maybe at Broncos. You know what I mean? On the road, but I don't know.
Hard to find losses at home. It's hard to find losses at home.
It is, and
because the Bills play
really
so
is.
well. And now this new stadium, it's going to be even louder inside because the way they built it.
Yeah. And I got to say too, Mikey, if we do start the season off winning our first 4 games, it's going to be really tough for me to start going. You know, like I don't think the Bills could beat the Rams. You know what I mean? Like
I think they could. I just don't think they're going to win all the games.
No,
They're
I'm just saying, like,
some.
but if you start 4-0, I'm just saying, let's say we do, right? You look good against the Texans, you look good against the Lions, and the Chargers, and you beat the Patriots. By the way, all those teams that I just mentioned, except for Detroit, made the playoffs, right? Didn't they make the playoffs? Chargers too, right? Yep. They lost against the Patriots, so like they're all playoff teams, right? They all have gotten better, right? And Detroit, I just think it was just a bad year. They're a good team. So I'm just saying, you start off 4-0, right, with that schedule, and if you could somehow find a win against the Rams, which I still think we can beat them, I think it's going to be close regardless.
Like,
but if you beat the Rams,
I think it's going to be something weird where we lose. Man. We lose to the Chargers or the Lions, and then we beat the Rams. It's going to be something weird like that.
Yeah, I would hate that, to be honest.
I don't want to lose to the Lions to open our stadium.
I do. That would be such a shitty thing, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? That would, bro. Can you? I would have to stay off Twitter.
I can't imagine it, and I would not be a happy camper at the post.
No.
Post game. God. I'd be one grumpy dude.
Yeah. How you doing, Randy? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Oh, he was in the chat earlier.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yep. Alan Mitz, he plays poorly there. First game. Brady's head coach, new defense. Yeah. Listen, I'm excited that we're getting them early too, because they're not going to have any clue what this new offense is going to look like.
That's a great point, Mikey. I didn't even think about that. These teams that we've been playing that are so used to what we've been throwing out there for the last 9 seasons,
they're going to have
they have no idea.
With Pete Carmichael coming in, like not just from a defense perspective, but from an offense.
Offense too, as I'm saying. Like they have no idea.
They have no idea what we're going to be doing. Like if we were going to catch them at any point, week 1's where I want to catch them.
Yeah. No, or even early in the season.
They did great.
Yeah.
Like they held the Rams to 14 points in week 1 last year. So they are, I don't think they start slow by any means. And someone said that in the chat earlier.
I didn't think about that though. You're right. Because think about it. Teams usually watch film.
Yep.
Right. And go, okay, we know what the Bills can do. We know what Sean McDermott's defense is about. We know what the offense is. They're a run heavy team, and they're going to do a lot of bubble screen. Like
they have no idea with Pete Carmichael walking through the door, knowing what we have done the last 4 or 5 years,
right?
To what Sean Payton does, and with Pete Carmichael, like they have zero clue what's coming. And then on the defensive side, Jim Leonhard's walking through the door. Who knows what Jim Leonhard's going to do?
Right. And you got DJ Moore on offense too, which we didn't have a true number one. Like once again, like it makes things different now, right? Like teams they can't look at us the same is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. I didn't even think, I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's a great point. So we could catch teams definitely off guard
early?
If they feel like, oh, the Bills are gonna, this is the Bills' identity. Like
they're gonna run bubble screens and run James
right.
Cook, and then all of a sudden we're chucking the ball down the field. They're like, "What the hell happened?"
Like there is no more.
They're gonna sit in cover 3 and just in 4.
Right. There's no more cushion defense anymore. You know what I mean? Like we're not just gonna give you.
We're gonna
space.
give up big plays. Like we didn't give up a ton under Sean McDermott. We really did, unless it was a run play. We didn't give up a bunch of bombs.
Not big passes. We gave up big runs.
Yeah. We're gonna give up more big passes this year, or have big PIs.
Yeah,
but
I agree. Yeah,
I'll take that for the aggressive style defense,
for the pressure and the sacks, and because those lead to turnovers. Absolutely, dude. All right, I know Mikey's hungry, so we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun.
It's gonna be fun. That's why I'm trying to say to Bills Mafia, like I'm trying to fucking tell you guys. Anyways, listen, you're gonna either. Yeah, I think it's just they They need to see it. I get it. All right, whatever. All right, guys.
And
We
you're going to
love
have
you,
4 more months of this shit before we get kicked off.
I am, yeah. So, oh my God. Bills Mafia, man. We love you. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. I'll be back Friday Night Lights at 8 p.m. And then I'll be back on Sunday at 1. I'm obviously doing the Down and Drought series. It's been a great time with you guys. And then me and Mikey return Monday night at 10 p.m. Same time, same place. So, yep. Hit the notification bell. This way you know when we go live. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. And we love you guys, man. We're out of here. Go Bills. Peace.
Go Bills.
That's right.